Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, and what a treat it is to be with you tonight. It feels it's been too long, but let's jump right in. No holy button around. Tonight, we are discussing a second chapter covering the mentally ill. A couple months ago, we covered that the mentally ill are inherently weak, and tonight, the mentally ill are a burden. That and much more. Tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening, my explorers. How are you all doing? Namaste. How is everyone doing out there, huh? How is everybody feeling? I'm sure you're feeling energized. I'm sure you're feeling enthused. I'm feeling both of those things, certainly speaking extremely so very much right now. Communal vision coming in from sociopathogen Jen's butt just puckered. Now that's funny because I think already we're already doing the work tonight. We're already putting that nose to the grindstone. We're already saying, yes, I am here. I'm ready. Oh my God. Before we even do any of that, you know what that means. Toot toot, everybody. Let's get on that Jazz Express. Let's take it. See how many stations we can blow through tonight. Let's get some energy up. already off to a really absolutely beautiful start tonight. Namaste to every single one of you. I can feel that energy. I can feel that lust for the next level that we speak about so frequently here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. I can feel the energy teeming in the air around me in the studio, as well as the electricity coming out of the chat right now. Namaste. Namaste. Let's blast this shit. Says Arrow OK, demanding the jazz, demanding that the energy continue to build upon itself, demanding that we really look into the theme tonight. The mentally ill are a burden. Guys, I know it's obvious, but we're just getting started. Toot toot. Namaste, everybody. Absolutely dialing it in tonight. I can feel it. And with the lust that I'm feeling from the chat right now, it is adding to a lust with which I am channeling the vibrations of the universe through the majesty of jazz. Namaste. You know, of course, anytime somebody plays jazz, they stand on the shoulders of giants. But not many people bring it into a zone of as close to perfection as possible as what you see on the screen right now. It is just simply not possible. It takes a lifetime of sort of grinding the axe, of working, of shedding, and I hate it. I've hated every second of it. It is a burden. You are a burden. Playing jazz is a burden. Namaste. Historic Cupcake, 1 bit. Blessings to you. Just a tickle. Arrow OK, 875. Oh my gosh. You're in the pocket. Blessings to you, Arrow OK, my shining star explorer. Hippocryptomatic, 100 bits. I have to throw up. I have a throw-up bowl next to me. Well, you should just probably have one anyway. Fram coming in with 100. Pimperknuckle with 100. Sociopathogen coming back with 500. Can we try some C. Locrian? Boy, you are out of your mind. Let's go ahead and give it a damn try. Pond Scum, resobbing, blessings to you. I ain't missing that. Dropkick Disco, shitting and farting. Absolutely loving that. Let's get some C. Locrian. It's going to sound like shit. Namaste. Night Year with 100 bits. Guru, your boy is down for the count with COVID. Sucks. Namaste. Everybody kind of laugh at Night Year for getting COVID. Everybody laugh at Night Year for getting COVID. Listen, we're over it. We're over COVID. We don't care anymore. Who's getting it now? Who's getting it now? Cross 100. Whip me with the moist tendrils of my mullet. Arrow OK, throwing down on a tier 2. Blessings to you, saying haha COVID loser. Now that's funny. That is funny and fun stuff. Cherish with 100. Thank you so much, Cherish. Blessings to Cherish. Good to see you, sweetheart. All right, let's keep it going. Enough of that. goodness gracious. BJ PCAT, thank you so much for that single bit. Big Sandwich resubbing 3 months in a row. Blessings to you. Wow. This is absolutely out of control from you, Big Sandwich. I really appreciate that. That is extremely generous of you, and I really appreciate that. Sparkly coming in with 100, just saying hi. Guys, shout out Sparkly Miracle Zone, amazing streamer, very... you open up the stream and you wonder what's going on. And that's just at the beginning. Namaste, everybody. But let's go ahead and keep that energy focused. Keep that energy up. See Lixian, Lydian with a minor 7th. So Lydian dominant. Yeah, we could do in C. That's okay. That's gonna sound. Let's see if we can make it work. Namaste, everyone. Hype Train, thank you so much. Sociopathogen with 200, thank you for pushing it over, saying, let's keep it going. Please make it stop. It says Deadly Gamer. Well, fuck you. We're not going to do that. We are clocked in. We are dialed in. Not only doing that, we are serving the community, serving the program. Blessings to you. This is just a tickle. This is just the beginning. Guys, if you're wondering if this is, Leslie Shore is blowing his fucking fat load right at the top of the stream. Massive roper, spiritually, digitally, being communicated viscerally. If that's what you're thinking, well, guess what? I've got a surprise for you. This is just the beginning, guys. You have just now boarded the Jazz Express, and this is just a tickle at the beginning. I'm just massaging the hood. Blessings to you. Yeah, you wish. Not happening. Mother Nipple Bottom, 10 subs. Blessings to you, Mother Nipple Bottom. Truly understanding the value of the investment in a program like this, seeing that, the work that it's done in her life is absolutely unmatched and will continue to do so, not just for her life, but seeing that coming back and also coming forth in her and others' lives. Namaste. 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 Not Mish with a single bit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lobster, I hate you. Well, that's projection. That's what that is. That's just classic projection. Namaste to you, Lobster. Gosh dang. Let's keep it going, everybody. I'm just now getting started, getting settled in. Let's keep massaging the hood, as they say, clitoral speaking.
I wish this would stop.
Hype train keeps going. Holy shit, it is demanded of me. It is demanded of this universe. Namaste to you. Now, guys, you might be wondering, is this supposed to be funny? Is this supposed to be entertaining? Is this supposed to be spiritually enlightening? Well, listen, I'm not here to answer that question for you. Not only am I not here to answer that question for you, I'm not here to answer questions for you. Namaste. I am here to provide you the tools with which to derive your questions. Questions only, no answers. No answers, no experts, only questions. Destroy the universe inside and outside of you through the majesty of questioning. Blessings to you. Hypocryptomatic 100 bits. Sounds like dripping pee as an old man when he thinks he was already done peeing. Well, that is a beautiful thing to imagine. And I really appreciate you sharing that with us, sweetheart. Thanks so much, Hippo. Dropkick coming in with 9 bits. George in space. Namaste to you, George. Blessings to you for the 5th month in a row. Fram coming out with 5 subs. Five subs from Fram. Namaste to you. Namaste. Pepperoncini, 100 bits. All right, guys. Enough of this. How about a little more of this? Sometimes it's about tickling. Sometimes it's about the tickle. Sometimes it's not about thrusting, guys. It's not about thrusting. Sometimes it is about thrusting. Sometimes the universe commands you to thrust, and you got to be sensitive to that. All right, it's a vibration just like everything else. However, sometimes it is not about that. It's about the tickle. It is about this being on the side of it. It's about being on the. It's about getting over in the spots that maybe you've been neglecting. And it's about tickling. It's about being present. Imagine just the warmth of your presence sitting there, right? That's what I'm saying. Hypocryptomatic, thanks so much. Appreciate that for the chiming in with all the bullshit that you just keep saying about this. Really appreciate that. Oh, it's about that tickle. Here's a little tickle for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was maybe the most exhausting thing I've ever done in my life. The amount of energy that I just put into that single note, the amount of energy that I just put into that note. And to know that this is the beginning, to know that this is the beginning of the energy expenditure for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to do. We are going to be in the goddamn stratosphere tonight, discussing how the mentally ill are a burden. It's not going to be hard. We all know it's true. We all know it's true and we all feel it. Whether you're mentally ill or whether someone you know is mentally ill, you know what it feels like to have them around. And it's not fun. It weighs on you. Namaste. Namaste. Frodo's Bussy coming in saying, I'm hard right now. I love that. Love that. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. I'm going to keep tickling a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Let's absolutely see how this goes. Wow. Nindy knew with 100 with a single bit. Thank you so much, Nindy. Really appreciate that. Blessings to you. Wow, wow, wow. It is amazing what we are able to do when our energies come together like this. And ladies and gentlemen, of course we put a lot of focus here on explorations in the individual being the hub of experience, right? I am not you and you are not me, and that is important. That is the basic building blocks on which we are building our shared reality. Namaste. Now, a lot of people like to come in, they want to muddle that. They might say no, we're connected. We're connected. Well, you know what I did last time? Last time I had to mediate a conversation like that. I had a severely autistic man in a psychotic episode. What they did, they called it a mental health team, which is somebody who just says a bunch of mindfulness bullshit at him. Well, he is an absolute outer space. He said, we're connected. You just have to realize we're connected. Bad thing to say. Bad thing to say to someone in psychosis, especially if they're autistic. They said, we're connected. When I hurt, you hurt. Well, you know what he did? He took a knife and he stabbed him behind the kneecap, popped his kneecap off. And he said, my kneecap doesn't hurt. I laughed so much. I never stopped laughing. I still think about it once a day, and I never stop laughing. Imagining this weak, anemic yoga man just trying to talk down a lethally massive autistic man in the throes of a psychotic episode. Popped his kneecap off like it was a peanut shell. Absolutely loved it. I think people should study that. People should study it because it's effective in its simplicity. Namaste, Jazz Express, wonderful. Thank you so much for being a part of that, everybody. I really appreciate 12 community subs. How did I miss that? Arrow OK, slapping that thick cock of gifted subs down on the table. 12 community subs. Blessings to you. Coming in just under that buzzer, though. You know what I mean? Just under that buzzer. Oh my gosh, Tactical Body Wash, thank you so much for the 4th month in a row, Tactical. Hard to believe that it's been that long. The progress that you've made, Tactical, has been absolutely unparalleled, and I'm lucky to behold it. We're all lucky to be walking alongside of you every step along the way in your sojourn here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Cragulators, 32 months in a row. Crag at 32. Can we get a happy 32 for Cragulators? I mean, that's a feat. Now, if that's not a damn feat, I don't know what is a feat. That's true. Everybody give a happy 32 to Cragulators. Moderator, a king in this community. Phil Z, I have had my foreskin replaced in anti-circumcising procedure. Interesting. Love to get some pics of that, Phil. If you could post that on the Discord, that'd be really helpful. Namaste. Blessings to you. So guys, my name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. This power that I'm speaking of. You might say, okay, yes, I've heard this whole rigmarole before. I've heard this whole thing before. I can't trust it. I've seen enough people do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to give you a power that is foreign, that is outside of you. I'm here to help you tap in to the power that is inside of you right now. Not only is it inside of you right now, you've had this since day one. Since day one. And I mean the original day one, ladies and gentlemen. I mean the moment that you looked into your mother's eyes and said, I am separate. The self has separated from the mother. I am separate. The air has gotten colder. The warmth of her breast milk even more tantalizing. And in that moment, a seed was planted, a seed that we have come here to harvest through the power of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. I am here to introduce you to that power, that seedling that's been germinating and growing this entire time. Now, you might wonder, where has this power been? I certainly could have used this at different times in my life. You might be saying that, and I don't blame you. I do not blame you. This universe is very punishing, very difficult. Apathetic is the word I like to use. Not benevolent. Apathetic. It doesn't care. The sting of apathy. Nothing quite like it. Until you have the power of Explorations, this sort of source power, beginning day one power. A power that's been coursing through your veins ever since that moment I just outlined before. It's been coursing through your veins. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not a matter of doing push-ups. It's not a matter of being disciplined. It's not a matter of getting some Excel spreadsheets together. It is a matter of being afraid of it. You have spent your life afraid of what you truly could become through this power. Blessings to you. A2C Killa, good evening. Mr. Tanner, namaste. It is culturally appropriate to use your belly button as a cup holder. Blessings. Is it? Oh, that's a question. Is it culturally appropriate? Let's see. I don't see why not. I'm trying to imagine a culture in which it would be inappropriate. Maybe if you were in a culture that said, that cup holders, external cup holders are sacred, and if you violate that, we'll kill you or something. We'll assassinate you. Looking good, Dr. T, Mary Lou, hearts you, father of three. That transition sits well on you, Mary Lou. Namaste to you, blessings. Looking good. Thank you for the warm wishes, the compliments, the energy, the presence, the warmth, the clarity. Namaste to you, Mary Lou. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Communal vision coming in from Nindy New. I am not mentally ill. Well, that's the first thing that someone in denial says, for sure. And listen, I've talked to you, young man. We have worked together one-on-one. And I can say, as a legally licensed professional counselor, therapist, that you are absolutely mentally ill. You are sick. You are sick, and not in a fun way. Not in a way that you can get likes for on social media. And the kind that it's alienating to people when they see a post. They are thinking, where is this coming from? Is this a manic thing? Are we on an upswing or a downswing? Do I need to call an ambulance? Do I need to call the cops? That's the kind of energy you bring in Indie New. It's not pleasant, but it's powerful. And namaste. And we're going to talk about that. The power of being a burden in your case. Namaste. Communal vision coming in from Malevolous. Can't wait to read this perspective. Thanks so much, Malevolous. Sanity cracked, the edges thin, darkness creeping from within. Mental illness begins, and there again, at the heart of it all, was Jen. Wow, I love that. Now, Malevolous, has been a minute. It has been a minute since we've been able to feel your presence through the gift of your poetry. And it's really wonderful to have it back on, and I really appreciate that. Old Man Doom, I'm all out of good snack food. That stinks. That stinks. What are you going to do? You got to do something. And wow, so many perspectives to be shared. beautiful energy tonight, guys. Keep this up tonight. We're going to be, the soil is tilling itself, moist, fervent, effervescent. Dropkick disco. I'm autistic. How do I take it off? Dropkick. You don't. You're fucked. You don't. There's something. It's a permanent sweater that you gotta wear. Now it's just now that you're here at Explorations, it's about using that power. All right, using that autistic power, and you got some. Pepperoncini. Hearing people talk about their mental problems makes me want to. KMS. Is this mental illness? Pepperoncini. Well, Pepperoncini. Given that our familiarity, I kind of know where you're coming from. And yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. We're not talking about those people. We're not talking about it like that. If I sense that someone's talking about it, I'm going to hang up. So don't worry about that. Give us a call and we'll get more into it. Historic Cupcake. As a non-mentally ill, I am proud to be burdened by my mentally ill friends. Like something makes me stronger. The program works. Interesting. I'd love to get more into that Historic Cupcake because something tells me that I would like to get in touch with the part of you that's truly burdened, not proud. Like, I want you to think of, do you have a crazy aunt that like really hurts people? Let's talk about her. Old Man Doom, I found a bag of cashews. I think I'm going to be okay. Old Man Doom, thanks so much for sharing. Keep us updated on that tonight. Old Man Doom, hurting for snack food. I don't know how fresh these cashews are. Probably not that fresh, but keep us updated, Old Man Doom. Appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. Now, see, there we go. I mentioned crazy aunt. This is what I'm talking about. I did, but she drank herself to death from sociopathogen. From Fram, we've got my aunt's in jail. I'm loving this. Flying Vita, if I surround myself with people that are more crazy than I am, I seem very sane. And that is, tremendous, really tremendous perspective. Ian, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Blessings to you. Thank you for joining us, Ian. Flying Vita. Listen, that's day one stuff. Listen, especially if you need a little self-esteem boost, if you need just a little boost to get started in the day, just imagine somebody with severe disabilities doing a bad job. Think of even just an aggressively mediocre thing, and it'll just kind of really put some wind in your sails. Love that attitude, Flying Vita. It's good to feel that sort of concerted exploratory energy right at the beginning. Well, guys, let's go through the four basic tenets. I feel some new blood here. I feel some new people here, and I want to get into that. I want to introduce you to the basic tenets of Explorations here, because people say a lot outside of here. They say that Explorations is the fastest growing personal power program in the world, and it is absolutely is. It is the most effective and fast growing personal power program that is in existence today. Now, communal vision coming in. Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much, Fram. You don't have to be the least mentally retarded. You just can't be the most mentally retarded. Now, that's fun. I mean, of course, Fram, there's a lot of wisdom in that. And I was just getting ready to address some newer people here. So I'm going to bookmark that. I'm going to earmark that page because we're going to need to come back to it, because I don't think people are really ready for how dense of an insight that is, Fram. I appreciate you sharing, but let's hold on to that for a moment, okay? Let's hold on to that. Now, Old Man Doom just said in the program, as you will see time and time again tonight, if you are new here, I'm looking at you, Ian. I'm looking at you, Ian. If you have seen this phrase before, you're going to see it in the chat a million times. The program works. Now, put simply, they say this over and over again because, honestly, it just works. This program, this personal power program, is the most effective at truly getting you in touch with that which is truly a resonant source energy by which you are afraid. And we're going to unlock and unleash that tonight, little bit by little bit. That I guarantee you. But one question I get all the time from the newly initiated is, okay, I'm on board. All right, I've bitten a little bit. I'm chewing on it. I like what I taste. But Leslie, tell me, what is the program? They might ask. They may, as I've heard over and over again, time and time again, this program works. The program's effective. The program is growing like wildfire in this country. And so what they will say is then after that, what they will say is, okay, but what is the program? Well, you're in luck. Because if you're new and you're just kind of feeling it out, we're about to get into it. Now, it's 4 basic tenets. If anybody tells you it's more or different than that, no, it's 4. And the first one, as you just saw, was put on the screen, is relax. Thanks so much, Larry. Relax is the first step of the program. My least favorite step of the program. I absolutely hate it. Relaxing is important before we begin any journey. And on our journey here, as a quick rule of thumb, if you're looking to relax and light a candle, throw that candle in the fucking trash. You are killing yourself with this candle. You are hurting yourself. You are dying. Throw the candle in the trash, because what you're looking for is things that hurt, things that make you uncomfortable, things that cause you pain. Rule of thumb, if it hurts, you're relaxing. If it doesn't hurt, you're not relaxing. Period. End of story. Phil Z, now's not the time. I kissed an explorer and I liked it. Tasted of cherry diamond tap. Phil, not fucking right now. I'm in the middle of this. Now, question, the second step of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, you might look to our science, the kings of question, as they say. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, what they do over at science, as laudable as it can be, often serves the interests of the fearful. It serves the interests of the expert who wish to enslave you in a framework, a metaphysical framework of fear and anxiety. No, they are fine. While they fine-tune their worldview, we are destroying our worldview. A2C Kill, let's explore with LT, Mr. Tanner. Is your program similar to Cobb salad, taken back when it's a choice, but a life changer when eaten? Amazing work, Mr. Tanner. Namaste. A2C, I couldn't make heads or tails of that, but I'm going to affirm you. Yes. Don't throw out the candle. Hold the finger over it. Mother nipple bottom. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Really thinking with that noggin. Namaste to you, Mother Nipple Bottom. Blessings to you. Really think with it. Somebody's been here before. It's Mother Nipple Bottom. Blessings to you, Mother Nipple Bottom. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, the pain can be anywhere. And let's go back to question, because I need to finish that point. Guys, we do not question to discover knowledge. We do not question to fine-tune and perfect our understanding. No. We question to destroy. That is the true power of the act of questioning, to destroy. To destroy what, you may ask? Good question. To destroy the world, to destroy the self, and to destroy the other. As we destroy that, we will find layer after layer after layer. We will keep finding new layers to question, to destroy, to barrel through. Namaste. And as we do that, as we find layers so deep, so unsettling, so unnerving, ladies and gentlemen, we will be forced to participate in the third and my favorite step of the program, to express. Relaxed question. Now, thirdly, we're expressing. Much like this eagle spreads its wings to express itself. It spreads its wings to express itself, to gather food for its lover and children, to express itself through the sky and its majesty of its wings, and then ultimately to pass away. We must express ourselves when it is absolutely demanded of us. And this is my favorite, but by far the most worthless step of the program. It is a waste of time, and that's the point. So once you get there and you realize how pointless it is to express yourself, how pointless it is to express yourself, that you hardly can muster the energy to put one foot in front of the other, to step left or to step right, to mutter a groan. At that point, ladies and gentlemen, you will be exploring. When you have drawn the consequences of utter and inevitable defeat, once you have hollowed out the fairy tales that separate you from the abyss, ladies and gentlemen, that is when you will be tapping into the power of the next level we speak about so frequently, and also when you will be exploring this universe, truly and simply exploring. Namaste. Now, tonight, we are going to dive into a theme that we cover, we brush against. We brush against. We brush against every now and again. We brush against it. The mentally ill are a burden. Now, a couple months ago, does anybody remember when we covered it? Does anybody remember when we covered it? Brandon Benwalls identifies mentally stable. If that's true, then why would you say that? I don't believe it. It sounds like a lie. It sounds like a little bit of a fib. Namaste. Beeps, good to see you. Beeps, namaste to you. Communal vision. Blessings to you, Dropkick Disco. We covered it with your butts. No, I love that. I love that. You just throwing it back at the guru. Blessings to you, Dropkick Disco. Really appreciate that energy tonight. Wow, a lot of communal visions, a lot of inspiring perspectives. Before we get into the theme, let's go ahead and cover these. Big Meme says, what it do, Guru? I got the tism too, but like the kind that makes me like pro wrestling. Yeah, that's a touch. That's a touch of the tism, and it's unsightly. But ultimately, I mean, how many problems does it cause in your life? Do you get like Meals on Wheels? Are you that kind of autism? Like, do people got to make sure, like, I mean, how many days of the week do you wear sweatpants? And how many times of that week is it the same pair of sweatpants? Communal vision coming in from Pepper and Chini. Meals on Trains, Guru. Wow. Everyone's sharp as a tack tonight. I'm loving this energy. Blessings to you all for that. That's really fun. Historic Cupcake coming in. Historic Cupcake with a communal vision. Can't wait to read this perspective. Thanks, Historic. I don't mind No, wait. I'm not allowed to fucking drive. That's what you're asking. Big memes. Wow. Yeah. So it's not. You see, that's what you should have said. I've got tism, but it's the kind that makes me, that prevents me from legally getting a driver's license. Now, listen, you throw a rock at a professional wrestling event, you're going to hit somebody with autism, any direction. But I would say not as many people that are, that are prevented by the state from operating a motorized vehicle. That's a different level. Historic Cupcake, don't mind Dropkick Disco. She's my mentally ill friend that causes me a burden. But I accept the burden because I know the power works. Thank you, Dropkick. Thank you, Guru. Namaste to you, Historic. That's very sweet of you. That's very sweet of you. And it's important if we're truly going to take responsibility for the mentally ill, like Dropkick Disco or Historic Cupcake just put it, we have to really level ourselves against the very visceral and immediate truth of how burdensome the mentally ill are. Cars are blight anyway. Ride a bike and take the jazz train. Big memes, you ride a bike? They give you can you ride a two-wheeler? Phil Z with 100 bits. Very beautiful. Love this energy. Everyone's got a perspective tonight, and I'm going to love getting it. I love it. Phil Z, hey, I'm naked. Is that cool with y'all? I'm going to throw that to everyone. Let's get a little poll going. Poll. Let's get a nice little poll going. Is Phil Z is naked? Is this cool? Happy 50th birthday, Phil. That's funny. That's funny. Razzing him for his age. Old man. So I started a poll for you guys. It's in the chat right now. Pepper and Chini, we couldn't see your little pecker if you were naked, so I'm cool with it. So saying that, between the size of the man and the size of the penis, we can't make out heads from tails. So it kind of, and now that would be interesting to be so fat that you dodge the sex offender registry, that you dodge a charge of indecent exposure or sexual assault just because you have such a little dick. And what a story. We need feel-good stories like that. We really do. Hippocryptomatic, this throw-up bowl is super handy, bless the goo-woo. Yeah, girl, you should have just had one. It's kind of funny that you just started tonight. I feel you seem like a person that would have one. So, pretty close poll right now. Go ahead and have your voice be heard over on Phil Z's Naked. Is this cool? Yes, or I'm uncomfortable. Yes, or I'm uncomfortable. Larry Pickle Jar with a perspective. Can't wait to read this. Thanks so much, Larry. Phil is so fat, his preferred pronoun is cholesterol. Choles/terol. Oh, that's fun. That's a modern kind of fat joke. That's fun. That's a new twist on an old favorite. You know, there's a whole. You know, I would honestly. Is there critical fat theory like actually formally submitted? Phil Z. Babe Ruth was naked. What are you talking about? Namaste. So, all right, another communal vision update from Big Memes. Big Meme says, Guru, do you really think the state keeps me from driving for my safety? They can't stop me. They can only hope to contain me. Brother, yeah, I didn't assume that. No, I assumed they were stopping you from hurting and killing people behind the wheel. What about your autism prevents you from driving, though? It's just hand-eye coordination. You just get distracted by shit. If your Funko Pop bobblehead moves a little too much, you just tart out. Sociopathogen, can we get a deep fake of naked Phil playing as a Babe Ruth? Sociopathogen. Can we get a deep fake? Yeah, I don't see why not. Somebody whoop that up. I hate AI, but I'd love to see that. Malevolous, Phil Z sat down, heart exposed. In Luby's light, the world enclosed. Trey in, oh my God, a Luby poem. I love this. I fucking love Luby's. Tray in hand, but thoughts fall. He faced his fears known as cholesterol. Wow, wonderful. Guys, it's a dead tie. Oh, wow. At the very literal last second, the scale tipped. I'm uncomfortable. So, Phil Z, you're making everyone uncomfortable. Not cool with how naked you are. Interesting. Malevolous, thank you so much for that gorgeous Luby's poem. That's a highlight of my week so far. I really appreciate that. Now, namaste, guys, namaste. So let's get settled in. I got to open up the line and speak to you guys. And I got to speak to you as soon as possible. So, guys, as I was saying before, a couple months ago, we discussed that the mentally ill. First of all, the mentally ill. Let's take a pause. All right. Let's agree about something right on the outset. Okay? We know among polite circles that it is distasteful to admit how little we care about the mentally ill. We know, and there's a great deal at stake to know these rules. So I'm not blaming anyone for this. I understand perfectly well. But here at Explorations, I'm here to challenge you. I'm here to get you to the next level. And in order to do that, the first thing we need to shed is the idea that we care about the mentally ill. Okay? Now I know this is an assaulting feeling. You might be nervous upon hearing that. Now what you're nervous about isn't that you disagree with me. You may spend the next 3 hours saying that no, Leslie, no, not me. I'm one of the good ones. I'm telling you, save yourself some time, save yourself some energy, and walk with me step by step to the next level. Our first step tonight is to admit, I don't care about the mentally ill. Type it into chat right now. I want to see people say it. I want to see people get started tonight. I don't give a shit. Just admit it. I don't care. IDC, wonderful. Let me see you in the chat. IDC, wonderful. I don't care about anything anymore. Close enough. I don't care about the mentally ill. Cinematic, you kind of dodged it a little bit, but I don't care. You cured my instant illness. Wonderful. Luke Duke, blessings to you. I'm indifferent to the blight. Wonderful. I don't care. I'm scared. Potent pain, I'm scared. Yes. I am mentally ill. Fuck the mentally ill. My work says I'm one of the good ones. Beeps. You're new, but you need to take the sleep with us. We don't care, okay? Let's get that off our chest, all right? We don't care. I'm saying this as a legally licensed counselor, all right? I'm admitting to you as a legally licensed professional, and you shouldn't trust a therapist that is not willing to look in your eyes and admit this. They don't care on some level. Maybe part of them does care, and that's why they're a therapist, and that's great. But if they can't admit to you the percentage of them that is burdened by your presence as a mentally ill person, then you need to walk out of that office and never go back. Phil Z, gifting a sub. Namaste. 7th Dragon Ball. I care only if it benefits me. Namaste. Love that. I love that. Now, beautiful. Now, let's take the next step. Naturally, there is a part of us that we protect from caring about the mentally ill. Right? You've got enough problems. You've got enough problems, getting your life together, making sure that you get a little bit of joy in the day, the sea of tedium. All right? You don't have to be mentally ill to feel the full weight of the universe on your neck as soon as you wake up and before you go to bed. Desperately eating a Dorito here and there for just a little nip of the warm milk that the universe has to offer. Pepperoncini, when I find myself in times of trouble, Carlos Mencia comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, dee. That pissed me off so much, Pepperoncini, and I appreciate you for sharing that. Blessings to you. Now, once we've admitted that to ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, and especially the mentally ill, listen, if you're sitting out there and you're saying, I'm mentally ill, of course I care about the mentally ill. Stop that. Stop that. You're telling me that in your heart of hearts, there is nothing but care? That's horseshit. You've never felt burdened by someone with a psychotic disorder, been burdened by someone who's with a dissociative disorder, a borderline personality disorder? They'll be the first to tell you how how complicated it is. All right? They're a burden. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do not gain anything, and in fact, we lose much by avoiding this very harsh reality that the mentally ill are a burden. Now, once again, I'm going to open up the lines, and it is not to hear about how you're one of the good ones. It's not to hear about how you care. I'm not dealing with any arguments tonight. Hypocryptomatic. I said all therapists are the worst of the mentally ill. Like, wowee. Hypocryptomatic. Interesting. I'll bet you've got a little story behind that. I want to hear about the burdensome nature of these people in your lives. Their inability. The feelings are too much. Reality is shaking apart. Everyone's out to get me. You're my friend, you're my enemy. You're my friend, you're my enemy. Oh my God, so annoying. That's what we're talking about tonight. Now, we are confronting that in ourselves. If you're not ready, do not call. If you're ready to share a story about a mentally ill aunt who sleeps under a bridge and steals from the grocery store and will drink herself to death and honestly will be relieved when it happens. If you're not here to talk to me about, a little autistic sister who has nails like steel and is a burden on your parents' life to the extent that your parents can't even admit it to themselves. The last 25 years being sort of sucked up by your severely challenged sister. They had you were good, you were fun. They projected all their ideas about the future and love and who they are as parents onto you. Then they thought, second time around, this is going to be good. Wrong. Your whole family life is built around not admitting how much of a burden she is. Not here, though. Tonight, we're admitting it. We're talking about it. And if you're mentally ill as well, I want to hear about how you've been a burden. I don't want to hear about how you need people to overcome their idea of a burden. I want to hear how you yourself have been a burden. A detractor from someone's life had you not been there. Namaste. Guys, now the line is open. I've told you what we're doing tonight, and let's see how this goes. 708-240-8953.
Imagine a future hellish dystopia where everyone is constantly doing therapy on everyone else at all times. Buildings have no corners.
One moment.
Few, if any, walls, and we all barely even remember being unhappy.
Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
It's Rick Sanchez, and let me tell you about these crazies, Leslie. Wow. These crazy people. You want to know a burden? Jesus Christ. My fucking son-in-law, Jerry Smith. That is a burden. That's mentally ill right there.
You've been terminated. Namaste.
I have.
You have. Yep. By sociopathogen. Sociopathogen. Almost read Larry. Socio saying, not tonight. Not dealing with this. So funny. Phil Z, Dirty Sanchez. That's funny. That's that poop thing when you suck dick or have butt sex or whatever it is. I forgot. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight? Caller,
you can call me Bartholomew.
I can call you Bartholomew. It's good to hear from you, Bartholomew. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Keeping the voices down.
Wonderful. Keeping the voices down. So, all right. So, first call of the night. That last, well, it's technically second. Second call of the night, and we've got Bartholomew coming in and admitting voices. So, okay, talk to me right now about the voices, Bartholomew. Are you what kind of voices?
I mean, all sorts of voices. I mean, you name it. I mean, I've got a voice for every day of the week, honestly.
Okay, and what is that all you keep going? Keep talking to me about it. What's this like?
It's interesting. I mean, I hear them at the grocery store. They tell me to buy different things, tell me to do different things, tell me where to park.
And what happens when you don't listen to them, huh?
They start threatening me.
And what do they threaten to do to you?
They threaten to make me drive into crowds and do all sorts of other crazy stuff.
That's awesome. Big memes with a question for you. Question from the chat. Caller, are you WWE superstar Randy Orton?
I'm not, but the voices may have me think so.
So now talk to me about these voices. How would you say, let's take this right into the theme. How would you say, Brother Bartholomew, how would you say this makes you a burden on anyone, huh?
I'd say they're a burden on me. And that makes me a burden overall.
Who's a burden on you?
I mean, the voices. And then me hearing other voices makes me a burden on other people because they think I'm crazy.
So you are, okay, so how are you a burden, though? Talk to me about that. How are you a burden? Communal vision, actually, before that. Larry Picklejar. Caller, are the voices always angry, or do they ever talk about wanting to suck your dick?
I mean, they occasionally broach that subject, but, not till marriage.
Communal vision coming in from Phil Z. Hey, Barth, are one of the voices Celine Dion?
No, I wish.
She's sexy, right?
She's all right.
Yes, would you? No.
Sorry?
Would you or no? Celine Dion.
Would I or no?
Celine Dion. Hypocryptomatic, so you're kind of a prude.
A prude? Yeah, I'd say so.
So let's talk about, what was the last time you alienated yourself from someone? What was the last time you truly put some weight on and fucked up someone's life as someone? Are you schizophrenic, schizoaffective, anything around that?
I haven't been diagnosed because if I don't get diagnosed, I don't have it, right?
Yeah, that's not true at all. I mean, I diagnose you right now. I'm a licensed therapist. I'm diagnosing you. Look.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so can you give me Valium?
Not legally. We can talk about it later. Not really, though. I have to officially say to Twitch, no.
appreciate it.
So, yeah. Communal vision coming in from Pepper and Chini. Caller, have you considered that the voices are real?
Oh, like my family members that I live with? I mean, maybe.
Blessings to you, Fifi. Communal vision coming in from Arrow OK. Avoiding the diagnosis is just avoidant personality disorder, a mental illness. Yeah, you're getting lit up. Listen, so you're sick. And so how, once again, I'm going to ask you, how are you a burden?
I mean, that's the end-all question, right?
I mean, I would not agree with that. Malevola says, see me soft serve, melting slow, drips like secrets, warm and low, noodle nipples, twisting tight, Phil Z's creamy delight. And then a question from Fram. Do any of the voices sound hot, like get a boner in the grocery store line hot? Is this... Oh.
Yeah, one of them for sure.
One of them for sure. Can you give us a description, maybe an impression of the voice?
I'm not good at impressions, but it sounds like Margot Robbie from Suicide Squad.
Okay. Well, listen. Once again, I'm going to ask you one more time. How have you fucked up the life of your family?
I'd say the closest thing is just by being a sap to their insurance.
Oh, so expensive to get the resources you need.
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good first one to start off with. Big Meme says, Bartholomew is a burden to this show. Any response to that? Mother Nipplebottom, do you have a job or school?
I have a job.
What is your job?
I work at the grocery store.
What do you do at the grocery store?
I'm a bagger. I'm good at it.
I'll bet you are. Communal vision coming in from Phil Z. Hey there, Bar. On a scale of 10 to 10, how much do you love buttholes?
Oh, 10. For sure.
All right, and then Ecto Cooler resubbing with that Prime. Namaste to you, Ecto Cooler. Wow. Guys, can we get a congratulations to Ecto Cooler 69 for 12 months? Guys, 1 year with Ecto Cooler. Blessings to you, Ecto. Congratulations and namaste to you. Explorer, limo driver, pending DWI. Blessings to you, brother. Beat that charge. We're really rooting for you. It was just a little bit. Namaste to you, Ecto Cooler. Now, all right, so listen, you've been terminated, and I kind of agree with them. So good luck with schizophrenia or whatever. Guys, yeah, that was... One moment. We have a communal vision already. Do the voices ever get in the arguments with one another? Pimpernel. Good question, but he was axed. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner. I've had people who that is true, though. Who that is true with. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Oh, yeah. You know what? This is the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and you know what? If anyone knows mental illness, yeah, it's me, brother, yeah. Whatever. You got any questions for the Macho Man?
No, I don't. You've been terminated. Goodbye.
I've been terminated.
Everyone's kind of... All right, guys. We're we're like 0.5 for 3. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, this is Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, how you doing, Dee Dee?
I'm doing well. How are you, Leslie?
I'm doing great. Dee Dee, have you called the program before? You sound familiar, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I also go by Dylan. I was on the date show.
Yes. Oh, brother, it's great to have you. Wow, guys, this is Dee Dee / AKA Dylan, who was an absolute top-level competitor in our most recent Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. I don't know, those of you that were lucky enough to behold his performance that night really got a master class in just how to, like, be conventionally attractive, normal enough to, not really raise any suspicion. Dee Dee is a sex machine, Philistine. So already, yeah, we remember. You're hitting a chord. So Dee Dee, it's wonderful to hear from you. How you doing tonight?
Doing pretty well. The average, what is it, Thursday? Yeah, average Thursday.
So Dee Dee's having an average Thursday. Tell us what an average Thursday looks like for Dee Dee.
Well, I don't work on Thursdays. I don't have school on Thursdays, so I usually clean up around the house, maybe drive my brother somewhere, and then get in the studio, cook up a little something in the studio, maybe see a friend.
Love that. Okay, so your kind of leisurely activities, helping out a little bit, tending to yourself as well. So kind of just a nice little self-care day, maybe.
Yeah, a bit of a self-care day. Clearing out the bad energy, the bad juju.
Interesting. Steph. Oh, so we've got Phil Z with 100 bits saying, Dee Dee, what days do you work?
I would answer that if it was anyone else but Phil Z. I'm not telling Phil Z my schedule.
Yeah, that's a good call. Lincoln Pork, namaste to you. Blessings to you. Also, Stefan the Mongol coming in with a sub, that sweet prime for the 13th month in a row. Blessings. Stefan, great to have you back. Explorer, entrepreneur, I'm into fitness. Fitness, dick, and yo pussy. That's from Stefan the Mongol. Thank you so much. Program works. Great to see you. Thank you so much. Very generous of you, Stefan. Now, Dee Dee, tonight, actually before that, Communal Vision from Pepperoncini. What days do you work? Namaste. That's from Pepperoncini this time.
Oh, okay. I work, it changes every week. But I work consistently Friday through Sunday, the month of October.
So Friday through Monday, month of October, Pepperoncini. So
Friday
Phil
through
Z.
Sunday.
Friday through Sunday. Friday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Hypocriptomatic with another Communal Vision. Caller, what size is the butt plug? Give up the good stuff.
Oh, geez. An 11.
Yep, sounds good. A good size, not too much. Now let's get into the theme though. Okay, let's get into this theme tonight. We're discussing the mentally ill are a burden. Now, Dee Dee, are you yourself mentally ill, or someone that you care about in your family or friends, someone you really care about?
I think I'm mentally ill. Yeah, I think I qualify.
What's wrong with you? What do you got?
Well, both of my parents are mentally ill, so I think I at least got something passed down genetically.
Huh, interesting. Okay. Nindy News says this guy is a one-tubber for sure. Do you have how many bathtubs do you have?
In my abode, none. I don't have any tubs.
Wow. All right.
We got rid of our only tub.
We'll say. Listen, we'll save that for another call, Dee Dee, because first of all, I'm just happy to be talking to you. Also, I want to keep pulling on this thread. So, both of your parents mentally ill.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with them?
Well, my mom's bipolar, and my dad has ADHD and definitely autism.
What an interesting little combo.
Yeah, there's match made in hell.
Yeah, so are they happily married? What kind of situation is that?
No, my dad's widowed.
Your dad is widowed. Your mom died, or someone else?
My mom died, and my sibling's mom died too, so he's double widowed.
Double. Ouch.
Yeah.
Malevolous.
Double whammy.
Malevolous says, a size 11, bold and stout, filling spaces, leaving no doubt. It slides in place, snug and true, built to hold, just like it's due. So Malevolous kind of just, I don't know if you've noticed, but just kind of posts these poems often, and they're really beautiful. And then we got another.
That was good. That one kind of had a weak ending, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's always like, it kind of like, it tapers. It always feels like the poems they share are always, they kind of taper at the end. But
It's like when a teacher writes on the board and then like as they get to the end of the sentence, it like fucking gets all fucked up.
Yeah, I could see that, that could be a note. Malevolous, maybe something to think about. Let's go ahead. Look, we've got you are inspiring a lot of visions tonight. Phil, so let's start with this one. Fram says, is the foreskin fat? Do you still have your foreskin?
Yeah. It's not bad, I don't think.
No. Just normal? Would you say it's thin or normal?
Yeah. I'd say in between like thin and normal.
Okay, light.
Light.
Foreskin
yeah,
light.
Foreskin.
Okay. Larry Pickledor says, caller, widowed is a weird way to describe someone who very likely murdered 2 wives. Any response?
No comment on that. I don't think I could dive into that on here legally.
Really interesting. Okay. Well, that kind of speaks volumes in its own way. Phil Z with the communal vision. Anyone tripolar? DM me. I'm into toxic relationships. Tripolar. Now that would be fun. I don't even know. Tripolar, huh?
I think you'd have to be like a 5th dimensional being.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I guess you'd have to add time. Like you'd have to be able to like see time as an object that could be manipulated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, so listen, plenty of blunt trauma as well as generational trauma. Legally wired to have you're genetically wired to have something wrong with you. And so far in your life, Dee Dee, what is wrong with you? Did you get a nip of the autism? Did you get a nip of the bipolar? Where are you at right now?
Probably the autism. I just like can't. I sleep a lot. I can't do shit.
Right.
Like I hate working.
Right.
But I know most people hate working, but it's like an autistic thing now, right? Like that. If you hate work, you're probably autistic.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is where I love this. I genuinely love this about diagnoses is that there's, we can launder so much of our personalities in the diagnosis too. So I don't doubt that there's something wrong with you. You simply did not get set up for success. But, there's also, when I hear you say that though, I hear a chicken and egg situation. I hear you describe these. I don't like working. I sleep. I like, I prefer to sleep. Now, those things, would you say that, does autism make you sleepy?
Maybe that's the bipolar, but I must say, I did come across a job that I like, and I'm a clown for Halloween, so I get to fuck with people. And I just love fucking with people and getting paid for it. So I think that is definitely a sign of autism. Right.
Okay. So interesting. I would say between fucking with people and you're just kind of you don't really enjoy, producing or working anything. I think this is just like what, people oft colloquially refer to as just kind of a loser. How does that feel?
It stings a little bit, but I've heard it before. I rejected wholly.
Well, let's work on that.
It must be mental.
Let's work on that because I think that's going to be the fact that it stings, the fact that hurts. That means that we're onto something. That means we're nipping at the work of our next unit together in explorations. It's good. There is an untold power behind that, behind that label, behind that resonance that I can barely begin to describe to you, Dee Dee. I'm very excited. So listen, I would think so far at the end of this call, I would say the number one burden is just it sounds like you're kind of a loser.
Maybe, but listen, that sting, you know, if you squeeze lemon in your eyes, you're not doing anything for your eyes, but it still stings.
I've never heard that before in my life. Communal vision from Stefan the Mongol. Caller, it's not autism. You just are slack-ass bum. Get out there and get that paper, son. Well, see, this is what I love. This is what I love. Now, I don't deny that you probably have something along the lines of you're set up for something. No one can deny that. Mm-hmm. However, I would say, and what we're seeing from the chat right now is a perfect example of like they don't give a fuck about the mentally ill, and this is beautiful. This is exactly the kind of thing, the kind of discourse I want to have tonight. Larry Pickle Jar, caller, focus less on your mental issues and more on being extremely boring. So he's saying like maybe put some stock in just being boring. Probably a weird little burn. Phil Z says, surprise, surprise, right in your eyes. And Dee, I'll just let you know, you're about 10 seconds away from a termination. Any closing statements?
What did that guy say? What did he say? Boring? People call me boring.
Yep, boring and a loser. So, and guys, don't get me wrong. Not every autistic person is a loser. And not every loser is an autistic person, but let's be honest. There's a Venn diagram there. I'm saying this as a professional.
The college-educated should be kept away from politics the same way a schizophrenic should be steered away from the Bible.
Okay.
They need our help.
They do. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, this is Frank Sabaka. How you doing there, Leslie?
I've got Doofus Dusseldorf throwing down on an Leslie, just saying Namaste Leslie, subbing for the 33rd month in a row. We had 32 from Craig earlier tonight, and Doofus coming up 33rd month in a row. 3 months from 3 years, if you can believe that. Namaste to you, Doofus. Blessings to you.
That program really works there, Leslie?
It does.
Fucking A.
Now, what's your name again, caller?
I'm Frank Silvaca. How you doing?
Frank Silvaca?
Silvaca. It's fine. Whatever. If you don't got a New York accent, it's fine. Sounds fine.
It sounded like halfway between New York and Chicago.
Well, I travel around a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah. All right. So, anyway, your accent's pissing everybody off in the chat. But let's keep going on our theme tonight. Frank, tonight we're talking about the mentally ill and the burden they place on our lives. Now, are you yourself mentally ill, or do you have a family member that maybe suffers from sort of mental illness?
Nah, I ain't got none of that fucking mental illness shit.
Beautiful.
Here's the thing. I deal with a lot of them on the dock. A lot of these dock workers, they're going to complain and they're going to say this and that, but really they're fucking mentally ill, and it's a giant fucking burden. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so Phil Z74 with Communal Vision. Phil Z says, Frank, you sound kind of stupid like a Mainer. Are you from Maine?
I don't even know how to get there. You can't get there from here. I don't even know where Maine is.
Wonderful. Hypocryptomatic says, I wish I had a train I could run off the rails. Just a fantasy. Just a nice little fantasy. Beautiful. Thanks so much, Hippo.
You got to have your fantasies. You got to have your little things to get you through the day, huh?
Well, and then we've got another communal vision from Larry Pickle Jar. Larry Pickle Jar sharing, caller, the dock workers are going back on the job starting 3 hours ago. Read the news.
Well, what can I do? Fuck them. They're still a burden to me. You know what I mean, Leslie?
Right.
Whining about this and that.
Lying. Interesting. Talk to me about that. How have you been lied to by the mentally ill?
Like I said before, they got all these complaints and problems that say, I can't do this, I can't do that. It's all fucking mental illness. Am I right, Sonny?
Well, yeah. I see where you're going, and I kind of just like the fact that it doesn't like mean anything specific to you. It just kind of like
Nah.
like liars and like the mentally challenged. Is that accurate?
It's all a fucking excuse. It's all an excuse.
I love that. Okay, Stefan the Mongol says, claiming your... Well, actually, before that, we'll get to yours in a moment, Stefan. Communal Vision from Pepperoncini. Hey, Frank Sabatka, can we hear your best Mr. Mackey from South Park?
Let me try to channel this friggin' guy. Mental illness is bad, okay? Just like drugs. Drugs lead to mental illness, okay?
And then we've got Stefan the Mongol says, claiming you are not mentally ill is the first symptom of being mentally ill. Embrace it, you crazy fuck. See, this guy doesn't sound mentally ill to me. He sounds normal.
I got my fucking head on my shoulders. You know what I mean, Leslie?
Right, and you've been lied to by the sort of soft-minded and the retarded. Larry Picklejar, caller is someone has an accent that spans NYC, Boston, and Chicago. Are you frustrated, more mental illness, or your small dick?
Well, you know, the ladies don't fucking complain with my cock, but you know, maybe it's because all the money I pay them. Who knows?
Do you, in fact, have a small penis, Frank?
Well, what are you calling small, David?
Well, you've been terminated, so I guess it'll just be a little mystery. Namaste. Thanks so much, Lori Picklejar. Money Tits with 100 bits. Frank, there's a hot container filled to the brim with... I love this. 1 second. Communal Vision from Money Tits. Good to see you. Good to hear from you, Money Tits. Frank, there's a hot container filled to the brim with dead prostitutes. The whole locals going down for this one. So something to think about. You got to be really careful with the dead prostitutes. Hot container. Maybe you got to cool it. Maybe you got to ice it or something. I don't know. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Polo.
Polo, good to hear from you, Polo. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. You know, I've been better. I've been worse. But tonight we're going to dig into the mental illness.
Yes, we are. So, Polo, let's start at the top. Are you mentally ill or someone you care about ill mentally?
So, kind of a triple threat here. I am mentally ill, my dad is mentally ill, and my brother is mentally ill. And we all, surprise, surprise, have the same problems.
So, listen, before we get any further into this, I want to point something out that's happening inside of me right now. So,
okay,
even as a counselor, and my field is dealing with the mentally ill. So, even for me, I have a sort of threshold number of times that I can hear the word mental illness or say the word mental illness before it starts hitting this point in my mind that Pepperoncini brought up, that like hearing someone talk about mental illness makes me want to cave my own head in with a hammer. And yeah, and so in that spirit, what I want to clarify with you and your dad, and who else was kind of fucked up?
Oh, my brother.
Now, what's wrong with you guys? Because I'm sorry, it's hitting a gag reflex. It's hitting a gag reflex in me, and I need to know the exact shape of this.
So we all have this problem of we hyperfixate talking about cars.
Okay, so you're just autistic?
Dumb. All three of us are so unbelievably autistic when it comes to talking about cars that it will end conversations. Like, people will leave our life because of this. And it exponentially increases when all three of us are in the room.
Hippocryptomatic, Communal Vision, throw up bowl for 100, says Hippocryptomatic. Listen, we've got Malevolous with another Communal Vision. Don't mean to interrupt you. Hold on one moment. Communal Vision from Malevolous saying, Tim sips for local, wild and fast. Each gulp hits harder than the last. His skin now damp, a sticky sheen, moist and messy, tasty cream. Polo, it sounds like you can provide some perspective. If you're mentally ill, are you kind of just gay? And we're not going to hear an answer because you've been terminated. Namaste. Polo, I did that termination. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I did that. That is not what I'm talking about. I could sense it. I could sense there was a gag reflex. I could spiritually sense that what you were about to tell me was not the kind of thing that we're talking about tonight. I'm not talking about just a undiagnosed mild autism that is honestly charming to the right person. I'm talking about the kind of just like truly mind-perverting autism that fucking ruins your life and makes you basically retarded. Penis coming in. One moment, caller. We have a psychic emergency being issued.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Nindinu to issue a psychic emergency. Legal disclaimer. Leslie Tanner is not licensed in any state to provide mental health services. FDA experts have determined that the program may actually cause mental illness, although studies have not been confirmed. Please use caution when relaxing, questioning, expressing or exploring. Cheer 300. Repeat. Legal disclaimer. Leslie Tanner is not licensed in any state to provide mental health services. FDA experts have determined that the program may actually cause mental illness, although studies have not been confirmed. Please use caution when relaxing, questioning, expressing or exploring. Cheer 300. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Question from Dropkick Disco Guru. If talking to the mentally ill makes you want to beat your head in, why did you become a licensed clinical therapist? And Guru, because I'm here to talk to the mentally ill. I'm not here to not talk. I'm not here to speak to somebody who has a cute little fascination with fucking trucks. If that was what mentally ill was, there wouldn't be a whole field. Freud didn't look into people that get weird little boners about cool trucks, about cool cars. That's just cute. Namaste. Fram says, who let the fucking feds in here? Fram. Yeah, Fram. I was just thinking that. I don't know if Nindy New's been hacked, but Nindy New is a full of shit heretic, and you're about to get timed out if you're not careful. Larry Picklejar, 1 second, caller. We're just being inundated with messages. Larry Picklejar says, Leslie, what's your favorite truck? My favorite truck would probably be a cement truck or a hearse, to be just perfectly honest with you. I love both of those. I think it's about the vibe for me. We've got Phil Z. Kiss my ass, Leslie. Oh, it's a psych emergency. This isn't a communal vision.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Philzy74 to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300. Kiss my ass. Leslie is the best guide and lover I've met. Repeat. Cheer 300. Kiss my ass. Leslie is the best guide and lover I've met. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Thank you so much, Philzy. I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming to my defense. And I love me. I've never made love to you, but I know you've heard tale. Arrow OK 5,000 bits saying ban Nindy. Let's make a poll. Let's just make a poll. Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Caller, we'll get to you in just one moment. Pepperoncini, we need callers who are mentally ill like the people in those true crime shows old white women watch. That's a good starting spot. Yes, that really kind of clears some stuff up. Let's get a little poll going, and then we'll get right to you. Ban Nindy New for mouthing off. We'll make it 3 minutes. There it is. In chat, you guys decide. Do we ban Nindy New right now? Arrow OK just threw up 5,000 bits. The least I could do is throw it to the crowd. Namaste. We'll see how well it works. Okay, caller, we finally gives you some attention. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
You can call me Sean.
Sean, welcome to the program. Sean, have you called before, Sean?
No, I haven't.
Sean, first time caller. Is this how long have you been watching the program? You just find us tonight?
No, I've been watching for a couple weeks.
Oh, well, namaste to you, Sean. Thank you so much for joining us formally on the phone call tonight. It's really beautiful to speak to you.
Thank you.
Well, Nindinu says, or Phil Z says, Nindinu just farted into his own mouth. It happens. We'll see. It's up to everybody that's in the chat right now. About a little under 2 minutes left on that poll. Ban Nindy, yes or no? You decide. Larry Picklejar, 5,001 bits, says don't ban Nindinu. So we'll see. This is heating up. All right. Well, thank you so much, Larry. Appreciate that. If there's somebody that's got 5,002 bits, then I guess we can decide whether to ban Nindinu or not. So right now it's a no, though. I know we did a poll, but right now it's a no because that's the most amount of bits that I've been given, most money that I've been given. Caller, Sean, it's first time Sean, caller, great to have you. Chat, welcome Sean to the program. Sean, how are you tonight?
I'm retarded.
Wonderful, beautiful. And is that why you're calling tonight? Because you are retarded?
That's entirely the reason why.
Wonderful. What kind of retardation do you suffer from?
I've got all of it. And I got it from my dog.
Okay. You got it from your dog. How is it like an STD?
No. See, my dog was retarded, and it went after a skunk, and it got skunked. The entire house got all that smell inside of it, and it turned me retarded. It spread to me.
Yeah, so that's how... Okay, so... Hypocryptomatic, I will light the house next door on fire if Nindinu is banned. Well, right now... I mean, there's 25 seconds left in the poll. There's 25 seconds left for somebody to outbid Larry Picklejar as far as banning Nindinu. Pepper and Cheney did it with... We tried to do it with one bit. You're well out of your league, brother. We got the big dogs fighting. So, okay, so your dog got in the skunk. The skunk came in. Arrow OK says, okay, so Arrow OK gave... What is that? Hold on. I can't even read it. Hold on one moment. I can't wait to hear how the skunk made you retarded, brother. I'll second that from Kodiak Jenkins. What are you seconding? Everyone's saying yes, ban Nindinu. This is a high-stakes thing right now, Nindy. Are you feeling the heat? Stefan says, caller, is the retardation contagious to other humans, or do I need to sacrifice a retard to gain immunity?
I have no idea, to be honest. If I got it, I could probably spread it to more other people. I mean, I'm doing it on the phone call right now.
Nindinu says the program works. Why are we banning Nindinu again? I forgot. Didn't he mouth off? He mouthed off. Psychic emergency. One moment. I'm still deciding. There's been a lot. Psychic emergency. There's just a lot to think about.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Stone Monster 400 to issue a psychic emergency. I can smell the mental illness train TICHDVDXTCHETICHDVDXTCHETICHDVDXTCHE woo 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 TICHDVDXTCHETICHDVDXTCHE cheer 100 cheer 100 cheer 100. Repeat. I can smell the mental illness train TICHDVDXTCHETICHDVDXTCHETICHDVDXTCHETICHDVDXTCHE woo 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 TICHDVDXTCHETICHDVDXTCHE cheer 100 cheer 100 cheer 100. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Pepper and Cheney, can we compromise on a timeout, Guru, and move on with our lives, says Pepper and Cheney. I mean, Mother Nipplebottom just cheered. Wow, if you won't tell me what I missed, I will be chaos. So let's go into Mother. Okay, so listen, let's play by play this. Listen, I can't wait to learn how this skunk made you mentally retarded. Sean, and I appreciate your patience. Arrow gave multiple thousand bits just recently. So, yes. So, Arrow OK stepped up and said, ban Nindy New for mouthing off about the program, saying a bunch of very slanderous, hurtful shit. And so, Arrow OK threw down, I think it was it, how many bits was it? It was like, I can't even, it was a shitload. And then we threw it to the poll, and now I'm looking at, is this, yeah, that's, I can't fucking read anything. We're looking at 10,000 bits from, right? 10,000 bits saying I meant what I said after Larry Pickledar tried to stop it with 5,001 bits. And then Mother Nipple, well, I feel like I'm confident what you're going to say, Mother. Nindy New with 1 bit. Thank you so much. There's so much happening. Mother Nipplebottom, 10,000 bits. If you won't tell me what I miss, I will be chaos. Okay, Mother Nipplebottom. We've got the some big, the fattest cocked explorers throwing their weight around right now. And I want to consult you because you just threw down quite a bit, and I want to consult you on this as a community leader. Nindy New mouthed off, has not apologized, has not corrected, hasn't done anything, mouthed off. And the notion was to ban, brought up by Arrow OK. Now, this is not on the list. So if anybody wants to get on me about what's proper, what's the procedure for this, I don't want to hear about it. We are in untraveled territory right now. So, Mother Nipplebottom, I still have one in the chamber, right? Yes, you do, actually. Socio. Phil Z, Nindy New tries to suck his own dick. Needs to try to suck his own dick. Yes, 100%. Thank you. Pepper and Cheney says, let's bring blocks back. I got to think of a system for that whole thing because you can't just block stuff. Caller, can't wait to get into how skunks made you mentally retarded. Hold on, sit tight for a second. Let's see here. Yogurt, thank you so much. Fram says, all this Robert's Rules of Order shit is making my penis soft, says Fram. Well, tug harder. Okay. Mother Nipplebottom says, Nindy New, the program taught me not to apologize. You should ban yourself. Nindy New. You're on thin fucking ice. And for you to come in with that hot, with that much is a little. Larry Pickledar, a bunch of boring callers, but Leslie's making a shit ton of money tonight. Arrow OK says, anything and everything is on the list for the right price. Arrow OK, that is not true. That is not true. I'm discussing it out of respect. But you can't just come in here and just make up rules, Arrow. So talk to us, give us a little bit of background information. How have you changed since the dawn of your retardation, caller?
I was the only one who could smell it in the house. No one else could smell it, but it was horrible. And I just couldn't stop thinking about it ever since. Every time I walk in for food, it was just piercing your soul. And it pierced my brain to the point where I'm autistic now.
Mother Nipplebottom, no one follows the program perfectly, or we would be the guru. I will forgive. Okay, listen. I think it's been decided. I think Nindy New has dodged ban. A bunch of boring callers, but Leslie's making a shit ton of money tonight, Larry Pickledar. Yes, Larry Pickledar, that is true. And that is absolutely true. Every penny going into the compound fund. So, listen, and how have you been a burden since the dawn of your retardation?
It just can't stop, complaining about it. I'm barking like a dog to everyone I see now. It just doesn't stop.
If we were in the compound, someone would already be in a metal box in the sun, says Old Man Doom. Now, that's 100% true. Now, of course, we'd have men and non-men boxes. So if you're non-binary, you're in the non-men box, and you'd just be burning. Caller, you're patient and polite like our toaster. Well, listen, I think it's been really great to speak to you. Good luck.
Hateful violence is almost always upsetting.
Blessings, you
And
call
mass
back on
shootings
a
are
less
definitely another
chaotic
one of
evening. We'll
those
throw the dice,
times.
all right? Namaste.
Namaste.
Not Mish with the community sub. Thanks so much, Not Mish. Larry Pickles, our caller, we forgot your story. Can you please repeat why you are calling? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. He already hung up, Larry. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
My name is Kate.
Kate. It's good to hear from you, Kate. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully. Kate, is this your first time calling tonight?
Yeah, it is.
Well, Kate, well, welcome to the program. Guys, can we hear it for Kate? First time caller. And Kate, have you watched the program before tonight or just stumble on us tonight?
Well, a guy told me to call because he said that I was mentally ill.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so Kate, so question from Larry Picklejar from Kate. Kate, this is from Larry Picklejar saying, Kate, you got big tits?
Oh. I don't know, man.
I know, kind of someone coming in kind of hot, right?
Yeah.
Well, Kate, let's earmark that question, and should you choose to answer by the end of this call, we will see. But right now, I want to focus on your mental illness. How fucked up are you?
Pretty fucked up. I mean, I'm on medication, so yeah.
Okay, so meds. Talk to me about these meds. What kind of meds?
I'm on Prozac and hydroxyzine for anxiety and depression.
Okay, so anxiety,
Pretty
depression, and if it wasn't for the ideation that's involved in that, I wouldn't. I'm one person who wants to kick it out of the DSM. You know why?
Why?
Because everybody's got. I hear about anxiety and depression all the time, and it's just like, oh my god. Larry Picklejar, caller, you're on Prozac? What is this, 1995? So talk to me. Depression, anxiety, how does this sort of express itself in your life, Kate?
It's just a hard thing I have to deal with on a daily basis. That's something I can't control. So
it's a hard thing, and what's hard about it though? Like what you wake up, what's the when does it kick in? Is it there waiting for you as soon as you open your eyes?
Yeah. I mean, you get anxiety attacks, or you can't sleep, or things like that affect your appetite.
Right, and does this so you can't sleep. Sometimes you sleep too much. I'll bet you want to sleep so much, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. And where does this come from? Is this a traumatized depression and anxiety, or is this just a listless sort of vague it just kind of happens?
Just kind of happens.
Damn. Is it in your family?
Yeah.
And how depressed and anxious are they?
I mean, most of my family is on medication as well, so it's not just me. It's my dad and mom and my grandparents.
We've got Pepperoncini. Caller, you should consider not being mentally ill. Have you considered that?
I have, actually. It's a constant struggle that I question that all the time.
Right. What, your decision to be mentally ill?
Yeah, it's definitely a decision, not a thing that's just not controlled.
Right. Okay. So Hippocryptomatic says meds are like so this morning. So Hippocryptomatic takes meds too. Yeah. So you're ill, you got depression, you got anxiety. And so tonight's theme, Kate, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to see it. Our theme tonight is the mentally ill are a burden.
Yeah.
They are a burden. And I'm not here to talk about the burden that we're thankful for. I'm not here to talk about a burden that we all share. I'm talking about How do you make other people's lives worse by being who and how you are?
I don't think I'm a burden to other people.
No, that's exact. Can I take a guess at it? Do you think your parents would have an easier time having a happy daughter or a depressed daughter?
I mean, definitely a happy daughter, but they're my parents, so.
Yeah, I mean, parents feel a burden of their children all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's one. Let's keep going. Pepperoncini, Phil, don't give the female caller pet names or I'm going to put you on a list, says Pepperoncini.
Whoa.
So, yeah, we got a harmless, weird little castrated pervert goblin guy that kind of just makes his little riddles from under a bridge. And that was somebody checking him. Sociopathogen caller, did your dad ever lock his keys in the car and blame it on you?
What?
Question, caller, did your dad ever lock his keys in the car and blame it on you?
No.
Okay.
Never.
Specific question from Sociopathogen. Phil Z, 74, Kit Kat, have you ever had a dream where you were banging Joaquin Phoenix?
No, never.
Okay, never.
Yeah.
Do you find Joaquin Phoenix attractive at all?
Absolutely.
Right, he's got something.
Yeah.
Now, what do you prefer? The sort of like the normal guy Joaquin, or do you prefer like the gaunt Joaquin?
Probably the normal guy Joaquin.
With a little bit of meat on him?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's hop on over to then Jake Gyllenhaal. Do you prefer the sort of normal guy Jake Gyllenhaal, like the sort of twink Jake Gyllenhaal, the ripped Jake Gyllenhaal, or the gaunt Jake Gyllenhaal?
The ripped Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay. So this recent iteration of him doing the MMA shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Really low body fat on him. Now, okay, so we're just getting into some burdens. This is not... We've discovered already one burden. Let's keep going. Has someone ever broken up with you just because they couldn't take you anymore?
No.
It didn't even play a factor.
Oh, I've never been broken up with, so no.
Oh, so you're the one pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter Kate. Borealis Black with a subscription, 10-month in a row. Taking a break, burden of knowledge. Namaste. Borealis, hang out. It's good to have you. Namaste, Borealis. So Kate, you're the one, and is this an avoidant thing, or are you willing to admit that this is an avoidant thing about intimacy, or is this like a genuine, like an empowered thing that you think of it that way?
I think it's just the guys being the dumbass, honestly.
Right, and you're kind of attracted to that dumbass for a moment, huh?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a cycle. Okay.
Oh.
I'm a legally licensed counselor, and you're welcome, frankly. So Kate, though, listen, this program, the number that you've been given, it's a personal power program. Goes by the name of Exploration. So what we're doing tonight is taking another step in sort of unlocking and unleashing the personal power inside of us, Kate. And by doing this, we become that which we were meant to become. Now, a lot of times this can be an exciting process, but very often, it is an uncomfortable process. We are forced to face certain truths that are very uncomfortable. Communal Vision interrupting me. Nindinu says, "Hey Guru, don't forget before the call ends to ask about them blouse meats." Now, we thanks so much, Nindinu. Appreciate it. Now, let's get back to the Nindinu. You're undermining me every step of the fucking way tonight. If you do that again, I will ban you. I don't care. Think about it. Okay, Kate. So That being said, I would like to just brainstorm one more example of you kind of just being a burden as a mentally ill person. Do your friends get frustrated at how late you are to hangouts and how you bail?
No, not really. I don't really bail
No.
on people.
Do you ever kind of like get too anxious and just like kind of spurg out a little bit, like you do embarrassing stuff?
Sure. I feel like that happens to most people, though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about specific mentally ill ones that you are capable of and a normal person is not.
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay. So we got your parents. You're a burden to your parents. How about socially? What is it? What do you do for a job, Kate?
I'm a server.
A server. Okay, so server, that's a high energy thing. You got to be there physically. You can't. It's difficult to half-ass.
Yeah.
I mean, as opposed to like an email job, right? You just sit at a desk and sort of do nothing for 8 hours a day, but you got to be there physically, and it's obvious when you're not working.
Yeah.
Do you ever get too fucked up and like at the job? Do you guys drink at the job?
Some people do. I don't. But no.
Kate, you're not making this easy.
Well.
So do you these kind of like meathead boys that you end up having to break up with, do you meet them at work or do you meet them outside of work?
Outside of work.
Outside of work. So you don't shit where you eat, as they say.
No.
Wow, a responsible restaurant employee.
Oh yeah.
Every restaurant I've ever worked at, everybody's just raw dogging each other.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, I know.
I mean, it is crazy, yes, but it is crazy that they're doing that. It's a weird vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. One time I had these two, they were talking to me about how poly they were, and I was very bored. And they said they performed oral sex on each other on the back patio. I was like, we and some other people said, there's a camera back there. And
yeah.
So maybe somewhere there's a little tape of that floating around. Phil Z says, KK, are you like God damn it, Phil. KK, are you like a sexy waitress or like one of those drunk waitresses?
I'm a sexy waitress, for sure.
There we go. Cool. And Hypocryptomatic, this is super boring. She's not even on cocaine yet.
I know, man. My drug dealer just, isn't here tonight, so.
Okay, we got another communal vision. I know. I appreciate you staying on the phone for so long. Brizzleleg says, maybe Kate's parents don't feel she's a burden because they enjoy the idea of her being mentally ill, even though she's not.
Whoa.
How about that? Let's think about that. Let's take that apart a little bit.
Well, I'm definitely mentally ill. So.
Well, of course. Of course you are. But let's just play a game. Maybe that, there's a bizarro universe, Kate, that's not mentally ill, that her parents have kind of instilled in her in the idea that she's mentally ill, that her lack of ability to achieve and nail down stable relationship is actually a product of a pathological medical illness, when in fact they're enslaving you in this bizarro universe. How does that feel to hear?
I mean, that would suck.
Would.
I don't think that's the case, personally.
Kate, I think we're on a tremendous start tonight. I think we are. Your life is like a block of untouched marble. The potential waiting inside of this marble is I can hardly speak about it. It's awe-inspiring. It fills me with a very deep and profound excitement for the progress that you can experience here, and now that you are a formal part of the program here. So I don't believe in accidents. I think that you were drawn here for a reason. I think that you were drawn here because your friend was drawn here for a reason that wasn't an accident as well. Now, Kate, now that you've been sort of initiated into the program, I would like to say, you know, I want to continue to work with you.
Okay.
Will you allow me, Leslie Tanner, to continue to work with you to unlock and unleash the power within you screaming to be let out?
Absolutely.
Guys, I don't think you can ask for a better first call than that. Also, to revisit that thing about your breasts, that questioner from earlier. Do you care to answer that?
My breasts?
Yeah, remember that question from earlier?
Yeah, I got big titties.
There's that. All right. So, yeah, there's a lot of mentally ill in the chat right now. A lot of, in a way that's very, in like a caustic way. So, you know,
tell.
Huh?
I can tell.
Namaste. I love this. All right. So, Kate, listen, I'd love to continue to work with you. Listen, I know maybe you can't call back every single show, but I'd love to hear from you as soon as you can. All right? Will you promise me you won't be a stranger?
I promise. Thanks. I'm so glad I'm inspired by you.
Oh, wonderful. I love this. This is very inspiring to speak to you tonight, Kate.
Well, have a great night.
Well, namaste. Namaste to you. Have a wonderful evening. By precedent, I'm obligated to ask, and I'm so sorry about this, is the pussy fat? Didn't get it in soon enough. Nindy and Phil have taken the theme to heart tonight. Really going for it. Really going for it. Caller, I got to piss so bad. I'm going to put you on hold, okay? All right. Guys, I got to pee so bad. Mother Nipplebaum, thank you so much for that chime in. Nindy and Phil kind of... Yeah, I mean, of course. That's the thing about it, is that which was vague and obscure, as soon as you realize it, as soon as you make eye contact with it, it becomes alive. It becomes alive and real and tangible in front of us. Through the other, I am made to exist. Through the touch of the other, I feel myself. As Phil and Nindy are feeling themselves tonight, namaste. I say the mentally ill are a burden, and look who chimes in. Look who's the loudest among the explorers, namaste. Guys, it's time for me to take a piss. Stick around for, a couple words about the community of devoted light, my inner circle.
No amount of insight or expertise can prepare you for the depth of failure that accompanies looking really scared and shitting your pants before you pass away.
That's true. And that's maybe something to think about this for the next couple seconds, and then stick around for my community of devoted light at patreon.com. A couple words about that. If you've seen what you like, if you've seen this program in work through the call-in show, there is a host of tools and exclusive materials waiting for you to take your life to the next level in my community of devoted light at patreon.com. So if you'd like a couple words about that, stick around, and I'll be right back after I urinate. Namaste to all of you. Blessings.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on patreon.com. where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. Last night, I had a dream that I had sex with a horse. Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints, such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. This is back to the second half of the program. We're going to be discussing the mentally ill are a burden. But before we do, I just kind of want to recover that, that was a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Now, this community is not for everyone. Not everyone is ready to withstand the power and clarity that these materials can bring to their lives. I've had certain people jump in and have to jump right out because the light is too bright, the power is too powerful. They must come back at a later date when they are ready. But if you feel called, ladies and gentlemen, to take advantage of these exclusive materials that can't be found anywhere else, videos, music downloads, monthly postcard, etc., then ladies and gentlemen, now is the time. Now is the time. The only thing you have to lose is harnessing that much more of your power moment to moment as you sit there thinking about it. Namaste. Now, if you would like to do that, like I said, ! Final Journey into the chat. I'll be going over the P.O. box in just a moment. However, before that, guys, there are a couple of changes that were in lieu of a video, that I was kind of doing more sporadically than I intended to because the production took a little more time than I originally thought. So what we did was we've shifted. We have been playing with a podcast over a weekly podcast that I'm going to be posting tomorrow for also last week's. We've been doing a podcast, not quite weekly, but it's going to be weekly. Podcast, but we're doing a podcast, the podcast of Devoted Light, where I address you and speak at length about topics that seem to be coming up in the collective subconscious of our community here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. There are certain topics that are on the tip of the tongue, formulating, congealing, that I can see from my perch above that need to be addressed, need to be explored, need to be reduced, and then built back up for your use. Namaste to you. And that is what I guarantee you. The podcast of Devoted Light, it'll be coming up tomorrow too. So in addition to that, on the $25 tier though, now I know a lot of people, sticker shock, $25 a month, I can't afford that. No, you're right, you can't, you poor piece of shit. That is not for you, your life won't be as good. So move on, don't even listen to this next part. However, if you're a member of the $25 a month tier, or thinking about becoming a $25 a month tier, let it be known, in lieu of the print that was going out every 3 months, and now I will be sending out a VHS every 3 months with some exploration materials, exclusive VHS tape for your use. There will be a post on the internet for it as well. You can enjoy it that way. But guys, you show me another personal power program sending out VHS tapes directly from the leader himself, Namaste. You can't find it. It's one of a kind. I want to give these materials to you. I need to give these materials to you. Namaste. No. In addition, one more thing before we move on. If the PO box, guys, I've been checking the PO box, waiting for some stuff. I know some of you sent some stuff to the PO box. I'm just waiting on it. But guys, if you would like to send me a postcard, send me a letter, send me a little care package, I absolutely love getting stuff from you guys. So please, if you got something floating around in the old noggin that you think I'd enjoy, please, I'm going to enjoy it. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. I'll be checking it. I'm going to check it again tomorrow because I know a couple of you guys said something that's on its way. Blessings to you. Blessings to all of you. Wow. Here we are. Now, I pledge that once I get a job, I will support the program. Arcturus, namaste. Beautiful. I love to hear that. Good luck with your job search, Arcturus. Namaste to you. Blessings to you. Now, guys, we do have the USA Chicago or the non-USA. Is there a non-USA Chicago? Every blessing burns. Dropping heavy shit again, Mother Nipple Bottom. Namaste to you. We've got Lalu Ku, namaste to you, and blessings to the program. Good to hear. Good to see you finally joining formally. Namaste. Blessings to you. Now let's go ahead. We got a caller on deck, been waiting since the break, and let's get into it. Back into the theme. The mentally ill are a burden on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
My name is James.
James, it's great to hear from you. James, how are you tonight?
I'm doing okay, I guess.
Okay, I guess, he says. Well, James, have you called the program before? You sound familiar.
I have. I was a cool guy James on the motorcycle.
Cool guy James, that's right. And you mouthed off in the Discord. I loved that. Yeah, I loved that energy.
Yes, sir.
You're not a Jedi, you said. Not a Jedi. And what do you feel about Jedis? Let's start there.
I like Star Wars. It appeals to me.
Star Wars is cool, but you don't want to become a Jedi.
Yes, sir.
And cool guy James, what would you want to become in the universe of Star Wars as you understand it? What kind of role would you play in that universe if not a Jedi?
I think one of those little tiny furry babies. Those Ewoks.
One of those little tiny what babies?
The Ewoks.
Ewoks. You'd be an Ewok. Now, is this a sort of spiritual kinship, or is this like a pervert thing?
This is spiritual, sir.
Spiritual. So there's no sexual attraction to the Ewoks per se?
No, sir. Just vibing up there in the trees.
But you know that if you were to become an Ewok, you would probably be faced with some awkward positions. You'd probably be a proposition to have sex with another Ewok.
Well, that's why we build traps in the woods.
Wait, so you're saying that you would build a trap to defend yourself from having to have sex with another Ewok?
No, sir, but there would be the humans and other aliens that wander the forest.
There'd be humans, so as an Ewok, you'd try to fuck a human or a Chewbacca or something.
Just maybe.
You'd get piped down by Chewie. That'd be nuts. An Ewok and Chewie. I'm certain that porn exists. I just haven't seen it. Pepper and Cheney, speak up, you fucking freak. So that's from Pepper and Cheney. We could use a little bit of volume from you. Can you speak a little louder?
I will try to speak a little bit louder, yes, sir.
Yeah, there we go. We got the levels up. Namaste, blessings. Now, here we go. Communal vision from Grandpa Liquor. I'd let an Ewok use my mouth as a latrine.
That's an interesting statement, Grandpa Liquor.
Right? So I think we're thinking about that tiny little Ewok dick spray and piss. I'll bet it's more of a spray than a stream because it's so little.
Oh, boy.
Or do they all just kind of like Is it the whole like the way a urethra is hidden from sight in women with vaginas? Maybe maybe it's like that for Ewok. Maybe all Ewoks have vaginas. I don't know the answer to these.
I'll find out for you.
Please. I don't know what's canonical as far as that is concerned. So listen, James, I appreciate you, chit-chatting with me about all that. Now, tonight, as you've seen on the theme, we are discussing how the mentally ill are a burden on our lives. Now, James, are you yourself mentally ill, or is someone in your life suffer from mental illness?
Someone in my life that is now out of my life.
Someone in your life that was out of your life. I already like the beginning of this. Now, take us into this. Who is this person to you that was in your life and is now out of your life?
Well, sir, it's actually someone that called on the show earlier.
Interesting. So somebody who called that you're familiar with, some history with, talks to us about that. Who you don't have to name names. I would prefer that, but let's take us into this.
Oh no, sir, I'm gonna name names. It's that girl Kate. She called me a friend. I was her boyfriend at the time. When I was on hold, I broke up with her. She has a lot of mental illnesses. Holy cow.
So we're talking Kate called, first-time caller Kate with depression and anxiety, who is convinced that her parents aren't keeping her who aren't seeding her the idea of mental illness. But so she called you a friend, and at that moment in time, you were her not her friend. You were something more.
I was, yeah.
You were, and did she know this?
Yeah, she definitely did.
Why would she say otherwise, James?
Mental illness.
Mental illness. So Kate told us that she's got a little bit of depression, a little bit of anxiety. She's on some, on some meds, and honestly did not really impress upon us, anything really that grave. We dug and I just simply didn't find anything. But so you're saying though that there's something more to the story with Kate, that there's something a little more, a little deeper. The well goes a little deeper.
Yes, sir. There definitely is.
Okay, talk to me about that, James. What's wrong with Kate?
It's a lot of that sadness and stuff, but also just like the lying. She's a weird family, so it's like a final straw. I just had to end things tonight.
So, are you whispering because she can hear you?
Well, I have a roommate that's home.
Are you afraid?
She asked me to come over tonight, and I told her no.
Fram with a question. A communal vision from Fram, Explorer Fram says, "Was the pussy fat?"
No, sir. I'm one of the guy's children that has abstinent.
You're abstinent.
Yes, sir.
Is this a religious thing or?
Yes, sir. Catholic.
You're Catholic. See, I grew up Catholic. I know what you're talking about. Grandpa Liquor, are we sure this caller isn't RFK Jr.?
Man, if I looked like him, I mean, I'm sexy.
You'd be sexy, you said?
Yes, sir. RFK Jr. is sexy.
RFK Jr.'s got it. RFK Jr.'s got, people can deny it all they want if they want, but so let's get into this business. So as a Catholic, I would, you've got your own prone to mental illness yourself. Are you mentally ill?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. All Catholics are saying.
Yeah, that's not true. That's 100% very inaccurate. Do you go to Mass every week? Are you that kind of Catholic?
Yes, sir.
I would imagine if you're not having sex. Are you jerking off?
No, sir.
No jacking off. Wow. Guys, and listen, we actually have an episode coming up that I've been working on for a little bit about how abstinence is the key. Abstinence itself is actually, it is the most profound sense of play that exists, sexual play.
Well, I believe it's Satan, sir.
Well, exactly. We're taking the absolute, depths of spirituality, the genuine spiritual belief that Satan is here to defile you, is to tempt you from the way. And you cannot touch yourself, or else you are risking damnation.
Yes, sir. I do not want to go to hell.
I cannot imagine a sexier withholding play than your genuine religious beliefs. Communal Vision coming in hot for you one moment. Pepperoncini, ever see the film Dogma by Kevin James? Checkmate religion.
I have not seen the film.
Well, you should explore that. It's a funny.
What is Dogma?
Dogma. It's a funny, cheeky little film and involves certain religious themes and images. It's got humor to boot. So it's a good one. Borealis Black caller, your voice is quite hoarse. Did you wear it out at a Striper cover band show last night?
Man, I'm not that old. Come on, man. That band's from the 80s.
Yeah. So no, you old shit. You old fuck. Borealis. Hippogryptomatic with another. You've been inspiring a lot of visions tonight. Hippogryptomatic, if you took the priest's finger out of your mouth, we may be able to hear you better. Sounds too old for that.
I'm a little bit too old for that.
Yeah.
You're right.
A little too old for that. Were you an altar boy?
I was trained as one, never served.
And so you kind of why not? Why not serve? What happened?
I'm just a little bit shy standing up there in front of the community,
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of people. A lot of people looking at you. And also if you fuck up, it's like there's not really like a secular parallel for fucking up on in that way. You know what I mean?
Very much so. Very much so. My sister was an altar server. My father grew up being one. I just was not one.
Were any of them molested at all?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. So you broke it off with Kate, and you've had enough. You had enough of that. And so the lies. Tell me about this lies business. And what kind of burden have her mentally ill lies put on your life?
Oh boy. Well, where do I start? So I don't know if you remember last time I called, but I got out of a long-term relationship. Kate was one of the first girls I kind of started dating again with. And I trusted in her a bit too much, told her some things, and she just started like messing with my head. I don't want to get into that bit, but she just started messing with my head, saying lies and stuff like that.
So she started messing with your head, saying lies, fucking with your brain, manipulating you.
Yes, sir.
And this made your life worse. It increased your suffering, huh?
Very much so. I think she deserves to go to hell for that. That is a mentally ill thing to do.
And a mentally ill person who does that sort of thing because of mental illness deserves to go to hell.
Yes, sir.
I love that. I am absolutely in love with that. I think the clarity that your religious belief is, I think it's got such a beauty to it. I really appreciate that in more ways than I can have time to explain right now. Now, let's say we've got another communal vision. Call your voice quite hoarse. We did that one. Pepperoncini. 10 years in and we bone like we're cheating on each other with each other. A decade plus and her clit brown taint area still pones my dick. That's from Kevin Smith.
Well, I hope he's married to all that.
Yeah, 100%. I see where you're coming from. Venture 82. Did you know that Eastern Orthodox is actually observed after Passover when Jesus was actually died?
I did know that, but the Romans figured their shit out. That's why I trust in that.
So you're Roman?
No, sir. I'm technically German.
Or I mean Roman Catholic is what I meant.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Well, listen. I'm so glad. Honestly, it was a breath of fresh air to speak to you, James. I know you're afraid for your life over there between your now ex Kate, mentally ill Kate, and your roommate.
Sure. There's a hype train coming.
Holy moly, is there? Yeah, there is. Nindy News says, caller, can you please say, if you are looking for hot and horny guys, call this number now.
All right. What is your phone number again? I'll say once it disappears.
Well, it's time for Jazz Express. You missed your chance. Namaste to you, James. Listen, I appreciate your perspective tonight, brother.
Love you, Leslie. Bye.
Love you too, James. Namaste. Guys, it's Jazz Express. It's that late night Jazz Express. Buckle up, settle in. Let's toot, guys. This one's for the Roman Catholics out there. Wow, namaste. Lewis _ with 6 bits. Thank you so much. And a single bit. Roman Catholic pride. We're talking about the homosexual Roman Catholics out there. Blessings to you. Blessings to you, homos. Nindy New, single bit. Borealis. Namaste with 100 bits. Thank you so much for sharing that. The Cthulhu. I don't know what that other word is. Namaste. Thanks so much, Borealis. Satan side up. I'm not putting every Catholic in hell, just most. But I'll take this guy's soul and make it stronger. He sounds so weak. Satan side up, not really sure where you're getting at, but I'd love to get a little more clarity on that. If you care to speak a little bit into the chat about that, blessings to you. Pepperoncini single bit, thank you so much. Introduce Guitar Mass. Yeah, that sucks. Also, I had a priest that, and this next little bit of jazz goes out to the priest that at my school who, Father Emerson, who molested children both at my church and the next church he went to. Couldn't stop. Couldn't help himself. That little kid Dick was just too good for him. And I just have one question. One question. What was wrong with me? What was wrong with mine? Apparently I just did not have it. But and this is for that sort of missed opportunity that he had at that moment in time. Blessings to you. My priest could have molested me, but he didn't. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Please hold. Namaste. That Locrian sounded good. Let's go back over that. Oh, we missed our chance. Namaste. We tickled a little bit of jazz then. We do have a caller on the line. Sam, I think that was you that called from Germany. I had to put you on hold. You know, I'm not going to ever apologize to you, and that's a promise I can make you right now. I understand why you hung up. You're calling from damn Germany. but it was going to be nice to speak to you. Caller, welcome. Let's go. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
You can call me Hermit.
Hermit. Blessings to you, Hermit. Have you called before?
No, first time caller. I was just watching the television here, and you came across the television, and I thought, wow. To myself.
You just thought, wow. You saw what you saw on the screen and just said, wow.
I thought, this guy, he's got it going on.
He's got it going on. I love that. Speak more on that. What was the first thing you saw, and how did it tickle you? What did it give you a feeling of?
Well, you got kind of a David Koresh, Napoleon Dynamite vibe going on, and I'm just digging it.
I love that. I love the mixture of the. Would you believe me if I said, somebody has told me that before?
Yeah, I would believe you.
I know.
But I get it, man. The mentally ill are a burden. Looks like the headline tonight is, and I get it. The Hitler thing, and everything
the Hitler
like
thing.
that. He tried to say the mentally ill were a burden, so he was going to take that burden away, for them. Like what a nice guy he was, how nice to him.
And there's something to that point. I think some would argue that was maybe an extreme position to take. But I think it deserves reflection.
Yeah.
The Hitler thing, as you said.
Yeah, the Hitler thing. The only reflection I could say, as far as, if someone can't communicate and is in pain, and there could be some exceptions to the rule, I guess.
Right. Because, communicating, that's a whole thing. Communicating with the mentally ill is this whole thing, right?
Yeah, and as a mentally ill caller myself, I was just wanting to point out the fact that are you familiar with Norm Macdonald?
Yes, the sort of the humorist, Norm Macdonald, yes.
Yeah, I was just going to joke about, do a Norm Macdonald joke, rest in peace. But he said, the more I learn about this Hitler guy, the more I just don't care for him.
Right. And I think, one of the things I think, and this is his genius, is brilliance. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't particularly like comedy very much in general. I'm not a big, the problem is I don't really get it. But when he said that, I thought it was so funny. Because also, in addition to being, funny, it's also just true, right?
What's true? I'm spacing out on you. I just really want to join your cult, so...
Please. Are you watching it on Twitch or YouTube?
I got you on Twitch.
Okay,
so
well...
hook me up and let me know how I can join, brother.
Brother, hit that follow, firstly, and then the Discord contains other things. There's a Patreon with some exclusive video materials and such, but we can work our way up to that. Let's take one step at a time. Just make sure you follow to stay abreast of when we explore, because this is by far the most important part of the program, what you're participating in right now.
Yeah, it's just a weird night for me, and this is out of my, it's just not a normal thing that I would do, calling up. But like I said, when I seen you just something about you, and I'll be following you and chiming in. I might even call you back if I ever got anything brilliant to say.
Brother, it doesn't even have to be brilliant. You don't have to have anything smart, funny, interesting to say. It can simply just call up to engage. You know what I mean? There's something about just calling up and being vulnerable and engaging. And that can get you so much farther than, a lot of people call up, they have this idea that they need to have something really, really good, really bright. But honestly, that little idea, that little nugget, ends up causing more problems than it solves because it becomes a defense against the work that they can be doing if they just show up and are present. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes total sense. You got to participate to, gain the knowledge that you provide for the people. And I'm finding that out on my first television debut here.
Brother, listen, I've worked with some of these explorers for months, and I'm still waiting for them to learn what you just said out loud. So you're off to truly a tremendous start. Just calling in, diving in head first. You said you had a weird night, but I say cheers to weird nights because it brought you here.
Yes, namaste, brother, namaste.
Namaste to you, brother. And don't be a straight. Call in soon whenever you can, all right?
All right, I'll be watching.
Namaste, brother. Wow, what a wonderful first caller, huh? What a wonderful first caller. Back to the throw-up bowl I go, says Hippo Cryptomatic. Thanks so much, Hippo. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
You know my name, brother. What's up?
Angry Mike, how are we feeling tonight, Angry?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Got out of that forest on my own initiative because I ain't mentally ill, and you've known that from the beginning.
Okay, I wouldn't say that, Angry Mike. No.
Well, you could say it. You're just choosing not to say it, which is insulting.
Yeah, I'm choosing not to say it because I don't believe it to be true. So I'm simply just not saying it.
Is the sky blue? Let's start with this easy question, and then you'll see what the truth is, and then you'd realize that I'm also not mentally ill.
Fram Weird with a communal vision. LOL. Okay, Angry Mike ain't mentally ill. So just to be clear, Fram Weirder's making fun of you, Angry Mike.
Yeah, but he doesn't know me. You know me. Like,
I do.
What's his name? Fram Weird? Fram Weird, I don't know him from a hole in the ground. You know what I mean? But so I take his opinion like a hole in the ground, and I piss in it and leave.
Right. Take a fucking piss in it.
Right. Don't you ever do that?
Oh,
you
yeah.
ever pee outside anymore? No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Don't tell me what I do.
Don't name the last time you pissed outside.
Last time I pissed outside? Just the other day. Like last week.
In what circumstance?
I was on a walk, and a raccoon jumped out from behind a dumpster. And when that happens, I've got about 30 seconds before I piss my pants because of just I become so libidinally activated. So I either have to piss or cum within 30 seconds. And I figured I could get a lower charge if shit came to shit and I got caught pissing behind. It was a dumpster behind a Citgo. So
you could have came though, and nobody would have saw either. That probably would have been better.
No, you might not have seen it, but you would have heard it.
Oh, you're a loud one.
Yeah, I'm a loud one.
You know what? I should have figured that. You know, part of the program is expressed. What better time? You know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Are you loud at coming, Angry Mike?
I'm louder than that last fucking caller you had on there, that's for sure. But, I don't like to brag when I do it. You know what I mean? I like to be demure, very cutesy. You know what I mean? Like the kids say now.
Interesting. So talk to me about that. You're demure when you come. So is it like okay, you're
I
fucking
give a little wink. Like a little wink. I have a little bit of the lights on. I give a little wink, and then she knows. She knows what's about to happen.
You wink before you come?
Like an exaggerated wink. And sometimes I actually do it, and then I also say wink. But I'm on the phone, I'm talking louder than I normally do. I don't want to get everybody upset, but I do the wink and then bloosh, And it's just a fair warning.
Right. That's polite. Also,
I'm a gentleman.
Okay, so communal vision, another one from Fram Weird. Fram says, all of these behaviors sound retarded to me.
Yeah, but retarded's different than mentally ill.
It is.
I mean, even Leslie would agree with me on that.
It is.
That's a topic. I'm sure he's done already, and I missed.
Well, it's more of like a principle. I would say I haven't addressed it in a full theme yet, but it's more of a guiding principle of like, because the retarded, they inspire. Like, think of a guy with Down syndrome living life. It inspires a lot more like warmth. There's like a sense of like, oh, that's a cute, weird looking little guy. Then there's also like, oh wow, look, he's trying his best, and then they give themselves a moment of like, man, why can't I be as simple as this retarded guy? There's that feeling of joy, kind of a little bit of pity.
Right. You got to give them credit. They give like 110%, even if they're trying to like do a jump rope or something, it's going to be messy, but those bastards are giving it their all.
Oh, it's amazing.
And then it makes you feel shame.
Yeah, no. It's when I say these things, I mean this with respect and reverence. I genuinely hold them in esteem. But, that being said, compare that to someone that's mentally ill. Who's the first person you think of mentally ill?
Right. Phil.
Like, simply not inspiring the same kind of, warm joy that somebody that is mentally retarded would inspire.
Right. If I saw Phil Z jumping a rope, I know I'd be saddened. You wouldn't get pleasure from it.
Right.
It'd be more like...
You watch someone like Phil Z, mentally ill, given 110% jumping rope, you're going to be scared.
Right. But it can be funny sometimes, like if you lagged Toaster's computer when he was playing World of Warcraft or something and he loses his fucking mind. I mean, there are funny elements to the mentally ill too. And I know you talk about it being a burden, but every once in a while you get a good chuckle.
Oh yeah. Listen, they're weak. They're a burden. They're largely criminals. But I mean, I'm not saying there aren't positive qualities. If you can't laugh at somebody who's mentally ill, then you're so emotionally repressed and constipated that I hardly, I don't know. I wonder how you can see past 6 inches in front of your face.
Right. I mean, you're just not taking the world as it is. You're just going to walk through life thinking that that's not funny. I mean, it's kind of racist when you think about it, too, to not laugh at a mentally ill person. You can laugh at mentally correct people all day long, but then as soon as a mentally ill person slips on a banana, you got to keep your mouth shut? That's not how I operate on a day-to-day basis.
100%. 100. Listen, I love that. Now, talk to me. Angry Mike, you're not mentally ill. Do you know someone other than, is there someone in your life that's mentally ill that you can think of off the top of your mind right now?
I mean, not really. I mean, my brother likes to set fire to things, but, phases come, phases go. It's not that big a deal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
but other than that,
no, your brother has phases. What are these phases like? Speak on that.
It's just, you like Power Rangers, then you don't like Power Rangers. You know what I mean? And then you get really into field hockey, and then you don't get into field hockey. And then you really like setting fires to abandoned, sheds out in the woods. And then you eventually don't like doing that either. So you just go in and out like humans do. But I wouldn't call that a mental illness. Who doesn't like a good bonfire?
Yeah, that's not a sign of mental illness. I mean, it's fun to light shit on fire.
It's 1,000. Anybody out there that thinks like that pyros, are weirdos, you just don't got the balls to set things on fire when you think about it. Because once it's on fire, if you were driving past a house that was on fire, you'd stop and look. You'd of course hope that the house was empty. We're not psychos. But you'd stop and take a gander. It's almost pretty when you think about it. But, the person that set the fire has to go to jail or can't be, rehabilitated according to the government. I mean, I don't buy that either on a day-to-day basis.
I'm loving this. So if you were in charge of a mental institution, one of the first questions I think you would probably ask then, and push back if you disagree. Phil Z, actually, with a communal vision before we continue that. Hey, Mike, on a scale of 100, how much penis did you drink tonight?
How much penis did I drink tonight? I just want to make. I'm a man that before I answer a question, I got to make sure I know what the question is. So just the question was, how much penis did I drink? Right?
That's correct.
All right, I'm going to go with the big old 0, Phil. Easy answer. Just had to make it clear.
Big old 0 penis drank. Thanks so much for addressing that.
0
up front.
penis drankins.
Okay, now if you were in charge of like if I put you in charge of a sort of explorations center that was
which you
doubling,
are going to do.
Yes, which I'm going to do. So one of you, I would imagine, maybe an element of your style of leadership would be first question. You walk in there, and you would determine whether they just want to light shit on fire or whether they actually are mentally ill.
That's a vetting question.
Right.
Because honestly, if they said, I'd first ask, do you like setting stuff on fire? And if they said no, I'd be like, okay, maybe they don't need to be here. It's fine. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But
Right.
then if I asked, do you like when things are on fire? And they said no, I'd send them right to the rubber room. The straitjacket's inside. You can figure out how to put it on yourself.
We got a communal vision from Phil Z. So you are afraid of Oeen, spelled O for some reason. I think he meant to say peen.
Peen.
I think is what he meant to
That
say.
That is a tough word to spell. So let's just give him credit.
Right.
He tried.
Dreadlock, if you had to put Leslie in charge of an exploration center, but you're lighting shit on the mentally fire, but you have to ask if they like setting fire to good advice?
Yes. What? Listen, I don't even know if you should have communal visions anymore, honestly. I've been thinking about this for a while.
Right.
Okay?
Go ahead.
Honestly, I think the public's getting a little too riled up. But in any event, I run the we're not going to call it a re-education center, but the facility, I'm going to run it, right? We have vetting questions. There'd be other questions too, right? Like, does the program
Communal
work?
vision from sociopathogen. Shut up.
What? About what? Who? Phil? I agree. And then
Sociopathogen also said, I thought I was the only person afraid of Oeen. Continue.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like it could be like a Japanese horror movie. But in any event, we're going to set it up. Now, I don't think we need more than 50 cells, honestly. I mean, we'll have a rotation in there, and people will get cured. You're saying all the time people are going to be cured.
And they are.
Yeah, that's true. I am. So that's one at least. We got one on the table, right? So we just, we'll rotate the rooms through. Now, listen, we got to make sure the electric bill gets paid, because I'm not saying I'm not going to use electroshock therapy, but I'm also saying I'm not going to use it, okay?
Right.
I mean,
everything's on board. Lobotomy, electroshock therapy, that was a mistake to throw those out. Satan side, a couple communal visions. Satan side up, hey, angry guy, stop being angry. You sound like my ex-wife. That's from Satan side up. Any response?
No.
Okay, and then from Poets Hypocrite.
Wait, yes, I fucked your wife. That's why she left you. Okay, now that was my response. I thought about it.
Hypocriptomatic, Jesus Christ, when is enough enough? I'll call my mother to get you yelled at. Or to get
Jen's
yelled
mother? Can you imagine Jen's mother? Actually, if Jen's mom wants to call in right now, I'm going to hang up, and because I'd have to hear the words of wisdom that woman betrothed.
No, that would be an event of a century to get Jen's mom.
I mean, that should be its own infatuations. I'd be infatuated with that lady because she's done a number. But listen, you have my resume, all right?
Right.
Honestly, when you think back to everyone, of the only cured person of this program so far, I think I'm in the best position to run it. I think this has been a verbal contract between you and me to run it. So I'm going to start getting ahead, getting my notes together, get my, diagrams, etc., the prods, the probes, everything like that ready. You give me the go-ahead. I know we've been talking about somewhere in Phoenix, Arizona. I think it's still too densely populated, but that's ultimately up to you. But I trust that the program works. You know that, right, Guru?
Communal vision, yes, I do know that, but communal vision from Hypocryptomatic, I wouldn't fucking talk about my mother ever again, you piece of loud garbage.
Hey, Jen, your mother's a cunt. Okay, so now we've crossed that bridge, and we'll see what happens, Leslie. Got to throw that firecracker in that mental room sometimes. You know what I mean? Keep them on their toes.
Namaste,
But anyway, I talked your ear off. Let's get somebody else in there before you got to go to bed, because a lot of people love talking to you. They have a right to want to talk to you.
Right.
I love talking to you. It's always a pleasure, my guru.
Blessings to you, Angry Mike. Blessings to you. I got a question for you. I'm going to throw it to you while you're in the chat, though, all right? Well, no, actually, I don't
Sounds
think you're in the
good.
chat, so that's not going to work. I have one more question for you, because it was communal vision, all right? Ready?
Yes, go.
Poet in pain. Angry Mike may not be a burden to but he is definitely mentally ill. I wouldn't trust Angry Mike with the emotional well-being of anyone. Angry Mike is most likely to die in a road rage incident.
Okay, every part of that was wrong except the end part. I'm an honest man, and if I go out in a blaze of glory, that's the way I should go out, but everything else he said was gaslighting. I love the chat. I love the guru. Namaste, and I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Namaste, brother. Great to speak to you. Blessings, Angry Mike. Wow. Wonderful. Fram, honestly is a mental illness. Fram says, honestly is a mental illness checkmate. Don't know what that means. Fram, what did you mean? What did you mean? No fucking idea what that meant. Zero idea. Guys, it's that time. We did it. We did an exploration, huh? Didn't we, everybody? Honesty. Thank you so much, Crust. Appreciate it. Honesty. Please be fair. Honesty is a mental illness. Checkmate. Well, there's so much in there, Fram. If you could give me a little thesis on that. Communal vision from Phil Z says, Mikey likes those glizzy splooge all over. He likes cum. He likes dicks and cum. He likes being cummed on by dicks. He likes jacking and sucking dicks and getting cummed on. I think is what we're saying. Interesting. Well, guys, this was another absolutely gorgeous. Is Pepper and Cheese? Oh, are they going? Is it pepperoncini or is it what's up catsup? Talking Tanner time, guys. Toaster fucked up. We're streaming on my channel. Pepperoncini. Okay. I don't even know, honestly. Okay. There we go, you son of a bitch. Wait, was I already? Yeah, okay. I don't even know. There's all this extra shit now. This knock business. I don't know what that is. It scares me. Guys, well, what a beautiful evening and what a beautiful, this is going to have been a beautiful exploration tonight. The mentally ill being a burden. You know, we could talk about this all night. It's an evergreen topic. It'll certainly come back again in the future. Thank you to everyone who participated in this. Everyone who called in, shared a message, shared some vibes. It certainly triggered a lot of you and also forced a lot of you to confront something inside of you that you weren't ready to confront. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the path to the next level. That is what is standing between you and truly unlocking your absolute potential. Dreadlock was thinking of changing my rap name to Master ACW. Do you believe that Master Ace is whack, or do you believe in Master Ace superiority? That's a good question. Master... I don't know, but I think, I've long said that if you haven't picked a second favorite ace, then I can hardly begin to describe the amount of potential coursing through your blood right now. So, I don't know, hopefully that clears things up for you. Guys, beautiful evening tonight, beautiful exploration. Again, if you'd like to send me something in the P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647. Send me some shit. And if you would like to write in, if you would like to access the materials, exclusive materials, get them postcard, etc., you may do so. Type !Final Journey into the chat. and be greeted with some instructions about how you too can join my inner circle in the community of devoted light at patreon.com. Phil Z with a 200 bits testimonial. Explorer obsessed with tweezing, weird penis. I suggest Master Blast 3000 as a rap name open source. No idea, something to think about. All right, guys. So it is time to, very exciting, very special that we get to do this sometimes. We haven't had it in a couple weeks, but guys, we are going to be raiding Pepperoncini's channel, where Pepperoncini and Toaster, aka What's Up Cats Up, will be hosting the exclusive, officially sanctioned After Explorations talk show called Talkin' Tanner. Talking Tanner to discuss the calls, the themes, the topics to get into. They start rating the calls. They start rating different aspects, communal visions. Very beautiful show over there. Can't wait to send this energy over there. So, guys, sit tight. Let's take this energy over. The party's not over yet. Pepperoncini. Did I spell it right? Yes, I did. Guys, buckle up for an after show like no other. Namaste to you. Guys, thanks so much for joining me. I genuinely had a very edifying evening with you. We'll be back Saturday. We will be back Saturday at 8 to make up for our missed stream on Tuesday for my temporary roommate's birthday. So if you haven't wished a birthday to my temporary roommate, not Mish, you can, I don't give a shit. Whatever. You can do whatever you want. But it was her birthday. And that's why we're making it up on Saturday. Namaste. Blessings to you guys. We'll see you Saturday at 8. But for now, let's take this energy of warmth and clarity over to Pepperoncini and What's Up Cats Up, a.k.a. Toaster, for the after show Talkin' Tanner. Namaste, everybody. I'll see you on Saturday. YouTube. Love you guys. Pirate, what's up? Heck yeah. See you Saturday, dude. See you Saturday, Derail Freight Train. Namaste, brothers and sisters.